What's up? Exactly 6 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show, and I'm going to start, I don't know where Roxanne is. I know where Fester is. He's in Colorado on vacation with his mother-in-law.
You know where I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I know where Froggy is. Froggy's right here. I'm going to start the show with this. Ladies and gentlemen, right off the bat, it is time for MJ's pressing question of the day. That's right. I said MJ's pressing question of the day.
Yes.
And that question is, Froggy, why do you have a giant city-issued trash can in the back of your pickup truck bed?
I don't want to talk about that. Something I need to get rid of something today in some sort of dumpster.
Wait a minute. Again, let me ask you the question again. Why do you have one of the big municipal trash cans that the city, the county issues you in the back of your pickup truck, the kind that you roll down to the curb and then the trash truck has that arm that it goes...
Yeah. then they go boom, 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 and they bang it.
So why do you have said trash can in the back of your pickup truck?
Interesting question.
That's what I'd like to know.
Well,
Roxanne, by the way, thanks for joining us.
Oh, hi, Rox.
Thank you. Hang on. What's wrong? Hold on. What's wrong with her microphone? Oh, I put the wrong one up.
I have a problem I need help with, but we need to address this issue first with the
trash can.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you've got a problem too.
Yes.
Okay, Roxanne, is this an urgent problem?
It is urgent.
Is it more urgent than the trash can?
We can talk about the trash can first, but it is
okay. And then we'll move from
that.
trash can.
Yes.
Then we'll move on to your urgent issue.
Yes.
Okay, Froggy, why the hell do you have a trash can? What do you need to get? You need to get rid of the trash can?
Well, our garbage men are dumb, and they broke my other garbage. They broke that one by smashing it too hard, I guess. Something was stuck in the bottom.
They don't smash it.
Yeah, they do. They get it. They go, and they go,
no,
to get everything out of it.
No, those are the dumpster guys do that.
No, my guys do it too.
No, dude.
And they broke the wheels and the lid off of my garbage can. And they just left it there. No note or nothing. I go outside and the wheels are hanging off of it and the lid is next to it. No note, no nothing. They demolished my garbage can.
They're going to leave you a note?
Or something. How about you just write on it? Sorry.
We are so sorry we murdered your trash can.
Yeah, it was like it was abducted and beaten and then rescued.
Now, you're in the county, correct?
Sure, yeah.
See, no, that's right. Town and country, that's county, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not city of Tampa, you're county there.
That's right, buddy.
Is that correct?
I'm a county boy.
All right, so does the county issue your trash can? Like your trash pickup, it's Hillsborough County trash pickup. Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right. So what are you doing with the trash can?
I was given the duty to dispose of the old garbage can.
He said duty.
Yeah.
Duty.
I got to get rid of it. I can't say how, but I am supposed to get rid of it.
No, you don't get rid of it. You call the county. Like I had a busted recycling bin. So my recycling bin, which we'd had since the inception of the recycling program, it got all curmungulated. It got mangled up. The wheel, one of the wheels was all bent, and the wheel fell off as well. And I went online and I typed in City of Tampa trash collection. And I went to the website. There was like a whole little tab, request a replacement trash bin. And I called them up. And I requested a replacement recycle bin, the green one. And within a couple of days, they gave me instructions. Leave your old bin at the curb. If we can repair it, we will. If not, we'll give you a new one. Mm-hmm. And I asked for them to repair it. Just put a new axle on. Put new axle and wheels on. Because I've noticed that the old, brighter green recycling bin that I had was larger than the newer ones that they're now issuing. But nevertheless, they did not follow my request, and they took my old one and they gave me a smaller new one. So, dude, go online, find the Hillsborough County trash folks, and you ask them for a new trash can. You don't take that trash can and dispose of it. You tell them it's broken. What are you guys doing over there? You don't just throw it away and find some dumpster behind a Target or a Big Lots to chuck
or a radio station,
or here in the Coger Bay Point front, whatever the hell this place is called. You don't just what are you thinking?
What do you mean? What am I thinking?
So how are you going to get a new trash can? You need to have the old broken one for them to take away to give you the new one.
I was just thinking of stealing somebody else's. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
I guess I could call.
Who told you to put the trash can in the back of your pickup truck and drive around with it?
I just sort of came up with the idea myself.
No,
Kim said we got to get rid of that.
You call the county and tell them it's broken. They'll come get it.
I said I know just the place.
The dumpster here in the office complex.
It almost flew out of my truck on the bridge, too.
You know what? I'm looking at this thing. It looks like you've got an unsecured load.
It was very unsecure because I almost had to pull over at one point because the lid was going.
I thought the lid came off.
No, the lid came off. It was next to it. I tied the lid to the garbage can with a rope that I had in the back.
God.
And if it wasn't tied.
Did you not think about having to call the county to get the new?
No, I don't call the county. Come on. You have to look up the number.
Oh, man. All right, and Roxanne, can your emergency wait until after the break?
Yeah, I'm going to try to take care of it during the break.
All right, hold on. I don't want to get too late here.
No. Let's go. Let's break. Let's break. I need to take care of it.
Oh, gee. And then we'll talk about it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, Roxanne's got a major problem, but she told me to deal with the trash can first. All right,
so it's minor. It's minor.
Are you going to wait for me and tell me as we go to traffic? Off the air? So then all right, hang on a minute. Let's grab traffic. Let me see if I can help Roxanne, and then we'll tell you what's wrong with Roxanne when we get back here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, Pat.
Well, here we go.
Roxanne is fidgeting. Roxanne is like, oh, my God. Roxanne is having massive anxiety right now. And listen, I get it.
It's the phone missing anxiety. It's like, someone take your phone away and watch you pat your pockets and flip out and all that.
All right, here's the deal. MJ Morning Show, Q105, 619 here on a Thursday. I can't believe you were able to hold on during our trash can talk with Froggy's little squirrely whatever the hell's going on. All right, so you can't find your phone. It was in your lap when you were getting out of your car in the parking lot?
I grabbed it and put it in my lap.
Okay, and then you got out of the car forgetting the phone was in your lap?
And then I reached over and grabbed my backpack, and then I stood up, and I had my purse.
As you were getting out of the car?
And my keys and my backpack, and then I heard a thump on the ground.
So then you heard your phone, which was in your lap, and you forgot about. You get out, and your phone is ejected off your lap as you're getting out of your car.
And I'm terribly afraid it's fallen into a sewer.
There's a sewer. You hold on a minute. You
what sewers around here? You mean the one right here?
Yeah.
I wonder if that sewer lady's in there or the.
Can I please go look for my phone?
Absolutely. So,
free phone.
Or hang on. What about the sewer guy on 66th in Pinellas Park? Maybe he's in there.
And one of the animals that, like a wolf or something, is going to go get my phone and walk away with it if you don't let me go down there and look for it.
No,
right
listen.
now.
I'm not preventing you.
Okay, I'm going to go.
All right. So, Andrew,
Bye.
Do we have a flashlight?
Yes.
Okay.
We do.
We've had a flashlight here in the radio station. All right. So give Roxanne the flashlight. Andrew, can you go outside quickly?
I mean, it's lit
with
well.
Roxanne. So, I need you, since she doesn't have a cell phone, Andrew, I need you to dial up the hotline.
Good luck.
Yeah. Wait until you get outside. All right. But leave now. Go with Roxanne. So Andrew, the producer of the MJ Morning Show, Andrew is going to run outside with Roxanne. Roxanne has lost her cell phone. She's having major anxiety. She's about to have some kind of a meltdown.
She's freaking out. She can't hear us.
She is. She is absolutely freaking out.
It's weird.
It's like, oh my God. And she thinks she just said off the air, she thinks it fell in the sewer. Did she
I can't imagine.
Did she say that on the air as well?
Yes, she just said it.
All right, so Roxanne's cell phone was in her lap. She gets out of the car, and the cell phone, she's very confident. She heard it go thump, 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 and it fell out of her lap and into the parking lot where she's parked this morning. So let me grab the hotline. Andrew's phoning in on his phone. Andrew, you there?
I am.
Okay. All right, so you're now with Roxanne. You're in the parking lot of the Q105 studios where Roxanne is parked. Are you at her car?
We are next to the car now, yeah.
Okay. So put Roxanne on the phone quickly. Let me speak to Roxanne.
I'm sure it's right there.
Sorry, I'm on the ground right now just looking for it.
Hold on. You're on your hands and knees on the ground?
Yes, I am. Okay.
All right.
Well,
now, hold on a minute. Here's what I think we ought to do. We ought to reenact. Do you have something you can put in your lap and then simulate getting out of your car again? What?
Gosh, guys, I'm so mad. Where did it go?
Did it bounce behind a tire?
Hold on. Did you just turn the word "go" into a two-syllable word?
Killa. Yes, I did.
Where did it go? No.
Check it in your car.
Yeah.
Maybe it bounced. You heard it hit, and maybe check inside the door panel.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm checking. This is the thing. You know what I'm never going to do again? I'm never going to get a black phone because you can't see them
you need
anywhere.
A light up.
Well, I think you just need to get like a neon phone case is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So where are you right now?
It's very hard to look for something and be on the phone with you, by the way.
Calm down. Or you're freaking out.
Roxanne, calm down. We're gonna have to get you sedated. All right. I want to be sedated. All right, so Roxanne, what I would suggest, do you have a pack of cigarettes in your car?
Okay. What is
or a deck of cards?
Did you hide it?
What?
Did he hide it when he came out here to take his break or whatever? Because phones don't just disappear.
Did I do what?
Like when you came out here to take a break, I think. Did you move it?
No, I just grabbed my flashlight.
Oh, that's your flashlight.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Roxanne, what I was suggesting.
Okay.
I was suggesting you put something in your lap, get back in your car, then get out of the car the same way, and then see if you can follow where the object falls, and maybe that's... Okay. Now, how far is the sewer grate from...
Smart idea. Could one of you please call me?
Could what?
Could you call me?
Yeah,
I can call me.
Yeah, I could call you. You want me to call your cell phone? Oh, to see if you could... Is your phone on ring or is your phone on vibrate?
I think it's on ring. I think it'll break through.
All right, hold on a minute. Let me see here.
Okay.
Let me dial you up. ROX. Here we go. I got to bring you up in the thing. All right, let me lock in your line. I'm going to conference call another line. And hang on a minute. 727.
Okay, Andrew, it's going to ring. So
I don't want to bring the touchstones down. Okay, Roxanne, I'm calling your cell phone right now.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Okay.
7,
Okay.
Oh my God. Hold. Let me hang up on that. All right, so
What is going on, guys?
Roxanne, it went right to voicemail.
Seriously.
It went right to voice. What is going on?
Do it again.
All right, hold on a sec. I got to bring up the line. Hold on. 7275.
There's no way it could have gone.
Hang on a minute. I got to bring you down. I want to play your touchtones on the air. All right, go.
It could have gone there, right? That's impossible.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message
What?
system.
Whoa.
727.
Right
Okay.
to. Oh my God.
Guys, I got to take the rest of the show off. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm so
You
sorry.
can't
Hold on,
believe
wait,
you did it on a
wait a
phone?
minute. You've got to take the rest of the show off?
Seriously. What do you want me to do? What do you want from me?
All right, Roxanne, hang on a minute. You've crawled all over the ground?
Yeah, I've crawled all over the...
How far is the sewer grate from where you got out of your car?
Okay, I'm going to hand the phone to Andrew because he's thinking more clearly than I am. Explain to them
Oh, boy, she's freaking out. She is freaking out.
Roxanne, just come
it
back
looks
in.
like
And
the drain looks like it's far enough away that the phone would not have reached there.
All right, but all right, do me a favor. Quickly come back up into the studio. Bring Roxanne into the studio quickly, okay? Get back up right now. Hurry up.
All right.
This is weird. I wonder if maybe a prowler?
I don't know.
Maybe if Sam, the homeless office park dweller, maybe he found it already?
Oh, maybe the golf cart guy found it.
Nah, I don't see them ever.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They don't really do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see them. The Bears. We've got the Bears all over the place. Town and Country, Lutz.
That could be a very good explanation for this.
Carrollwood Bear. We've got the Coke. Tampa International. Did you see they found a bear wandering around Tampa International yesterday?
He's like, I need a flight.
My God. So maybe a wild animal took her phone. This is crazy.
Would a wild animal take a phone? She's not going to be able to come back in here and do a show. You know that, right?
Well, I need. Where are they? What's taking so long to get back up
They're
here?
probably still looking.
Hang on. Where are they? What? I told them to come back up here. Let me call Andrew now. Listen, phone anxiety. When you lose it, man,
It's a real thing.
It is. This will freak people out. All right, hang on a minute. Andrew 81341. All right, calling Andrew. Trying to get them back up here in the studio.
Hello.
All right, where's Roxanne? Are you guys coming back up?
Trying to get her up there.
Oh, God.
All right, hold on. What is she saying? Andrew.
Hang on, I've got another call coming in.
What do you mean you have another
What?
call? What do you mean you have another call coming in?
6:30? Hello?
Andrew. He changed to another call. We're live on the air. What?
I think she's spinning out of control, and I think he's stuck in the middle of it.
Oh, man.
Because did you hear in the background? She's like, I gotta do this. I gotta find this.
Jeez. All right. Oh, now he's hung up on me.
Uh-oh. We might have to deal with this later.
Froggy.
Yeah.
You might want to run down there with her phone. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Froggy found her phone. We have Roxanne's phone.
I thought it would be funny. I don't think this is a good idea, though.
I don't think so either.
You know what you should do? You should have her come in here and then have them call it and then hold it up to the microphone.
Right.
And see if it connects.
No. I hope she doesn't drive off right now. Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Call Andrew because she's freaking out. Tell her just to come in here. Don't tell her we have it.
All right. Calling Andrew again. Who the heck was Andrew hanging up on me to answer the phone for? My God. All right. So is she going to be pissed? Hello? Where's Roxanne?
We're on our way now.
All right.
You're on your way up here now?
We'll deal with it
All right,
later.
hurry up. Listen, I'm running up against the clock here. I don't want to get too late. If I get off track, then it screws up my whole timing. Hurry, run back in the studio. Let's go.
She's running as fast as she can.
Okay, I hear they're in the hallway now.
Don't hurt yourself now.
I can hear the echo. All right. Hang on. Waiting for Roxanne to make her way to the studio here. It should be any second.
I'm hanging up on you.
All right.
Hey, my phone's missing now. What the hell?
All right. No, it's not.
Where's my phone at?
I don't have your phone.
No, I don't know where mine is.
All right. Here's Roxanne. All right. What the hell is going on? Roxanne, are you okay?
Yeah, I know it's just a cell phone, but it's really causing me,
Maybe it's in this. Are you sure it's not in the studio or something?
Hold
Call
on.
it.
Are you going to have to get all pilled up?
No, I'm not going to get pilled up.
What does your phone look like?
But I'm going to have to,
what does your phone look like?
It's a black, I mean, if anyone's messing with me in the studio, I'm going to have an attack.
So it's a black phone.
Yeah.
Does it have a screensaver?
Yeah.
Is the screensaver like Doug holding one of your kids?
What's happening? Oh my God! What happened?
Is that your phone that I just held up?
What happened? You look so relieved.
I'm like so mad and so happy.
I'm so mad and so happy. I'm having a flood of emotions. I don't know whether I'm pissed or whether I'm thrilled.
I can't believe you didn't hear it ringing over and over again in here.
All right. So when Froggy went down, I told Froggy to find a flashlight. I thought we had one in the engineering office. So Froggy couldn't find one. He went down to his truck to get his flashlight. And Froggy, you said it was plain as day.
It was right next to your door. It was sitting there.
It was.
Oh, you mean it was downstairs?
Yeah, it was. Yes.
It was next to your car.
It was
Oh
next.
my God.
It was next to your car.
Thank you. I knew it because I heard a thump. Oh, thank God.
Yes.
Now I'm thinking, what the heck fell out of my car that thumped? All right. Oh my gosh.
Well, look how relieved she is.
Look at this. Look at the euphoria on her face.
Just a little prank on you, huh?
You want to get a job on the HBO series Euphoria. Isn't that called Euphoria, right?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
And now, the original HBO series Euphoria with Roxanne.
She's a new person.
Exactly. Who's transitioning. All right. So, all right, there's your phone. Froggy found it. He said it was right.
Wow, you really can't perform without your phone, huh?
Now,
that was a tailspin if I've ever seen it.
You were about to melt. Are you going to cry?
No.
You've got tears almost.
No, they're like tears of laughter. Like
before
hysteria.
you were about to
They're
cry.
Hysteria. So listen. You're letting me crawl around on the floor down there.
That's
and
funny.
You had it the whole time.
Did we get video of that? Andrew, do you have video or pictures of Roxanne crawling around on the parking lot on the ground by any chance?
Oh, I was on the phone with you.
Oh, okay.
No, darn it.
Oh, and who the hell called you while I'm on the phone live with you that you hung up on me?
Doug.
Oh, Doug is
Yeah,
listening.
because- No. Well, he might be, but I was like, Andrew, tell him to call my phone.
When Froggy went down to find the flashlight, he
Sorry.
found your phone and he gave it to me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
there we go.
I had to do it.
I'll get you
But
back.
hey, phone phobia is real.
That was just an example of how crazy you can go.
People go nuts if they can't find their phone, and you've just witnessed it live on the air with Roxanne. All right, 6:33. I'm running late. Look at this. All right, when we get back, early Morons in the News. Folks, don't move. Early Morons in the News next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. If you need a plan... Oh, boy, the threats are flying in the studio. Yes, they are. Are these threats going to get away of morons in the news?
My goodness.
I thought we were friends, Froggy.
I'm scared. You know.
Yeah, there's going to have to be some payback for that.
6:41.
But I'm just happy I have my phone.
It is the MJ Morning Show. So Roxanne is threatening Froggy with revenge. Roxanne is telling Froggy when you least expect it. So Roxanne's already spinning her head around in circles like Linda Blair, trying to figure out how she's going to get back at Frog. So am I exonerated here? Because I was sort of an accessory to the...
Yeah, he had it the whole time.
I specifically, pathetically asked Froggy, "Are you sure you're not playing a trick on me?" right before I ran outside.
That was funny.
And then Froggy said, no.
I would never do that.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
So when Froggy least expects it, he should expect it?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody used to say that when I was a kid. Somebody used to say, when you least expect it, expect it.
I never heard that.
Jeez,
Yeah.
you threatened a lot as a kid.
No, it was something at summer camp. It was like the older kids in the older kids' bunks. One of them, he did some kind of verbal threat to everyone. When you least expect it, expect it. I think we annoyed some kid, and he would threaten us all the time at summer camp. All right, 6:43. It's the MJ Morning Show. So if you're just tuning in, what's going on? Roxanne got out of her car this morning. So she gets into the studio. She's in the parking lot. She apparently had her cell phone in her lap. She gets out of the car forgetting. The phone is ejected out of her lap as she's getting out of the car, and then she could not find it. It bounced somewhere in the parking lot. She thought that it went down the sewer, so Roxanne is freaking out. Meanwhile, Froggy was looking for a flashlight, couldn't find it, went down to his truck to get the flashlight out of his truck so we could use that to find Roxanne's cell phone. Then Froggy found the phone and then pocketed it, came back up, gave me the phone, and we're sending Roxanne and Andrew down to the parking lot to try to find this thing.
Tee-hee.
I'm crawling around on the ground, looking under my car.
You know what? That's an OnlyFans page right there. Roxanne crawling around on the ground. You can make tens of thousands a year on that.
Tens of thousands, well worth it.
Yeah, all right. Early morons in the news. Let's go. Got a lot of stuff today. Where do we begin?
I don't know.
How about right here in Florida? How about over on Palm Coast? So what is that like? That's Flagler County, Palm Coast?
Sure.
I got a couple issues with this story because are there still GameStop stores?
Yeah.
I thought they were like in financial trouble or something. I thought they were going out of business. So there are still GameStop stores?
Isn't there one? I mean, last time I looked, there was one in Citrus Park, right? When you drive down Gun Highway?
I don't know.
Citrus Park Drive?
I can't tell you last time I've been out in Citrus Park.
See.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
All right. Listen to this. A guy was arrested earlier this week. Authorities said he threatened two people who refused to give him a ride to a GameStop. He threw a knife at somebody because they would not drive him to GameStop. Now, Froggy, you're a gamer.
Yes.
When's the last time you were at GameStop?
Oh, my gosh. Last time we went to, we go to GameStop to get Pokemon cards because they always have Pokemon cards.
Oh, they sell cards there?
So, but their game selection's a little weak these days.
In a news release, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office said they arrested James Colasanti, sort of like Christopher's name from The Sopranos.
Christopher.
But that's Moltisanti, right, or something like that?
Moltisanti.
Yeah, this is James Colasanti, 19 years old. So the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, they arrested this guy because he asked someone for a ride to GameStop at an apartment complex. When the person said, no, I'm not driving you to GameStop, he pulled out two knives and threatened to kill them.
Well, look,
according to the sheriff's office and WFTV in Orlando, he then ran into the kitchen and threw a 7-inch kitchen knife at the victim before he took off.
Whoa. Did it hit him?
Colasanti fled from the area. The victim followed him and saw him jump a fence at Flagler Palm Coast High School, which is close by. Sheriff's office said that summer school session was happening at the time. Colasanti was later found hiding in storage containers at the high school. Deputies found him hiding in the container, arrested him. He had two pocket knives in his pockets when he was arrested. It doesn't get any more pathetic than this, said the sheriff. He ruined his future over video games. Sheriff Rick Staley. Luckily, no one was hurt, so that should answer your question. So I don't think anyone was hit with the knives that he was throwing around.
Well, like he was going to be some high scholar if he didn't do this.
And deputies arrested him quickly before he could try to hurt someone else. This is another reason why having a school resource deputy on campus, even during summer school, is so important. If you can't control your anger, get some help, or you'll end up at the Green Roof Inn.
I get it.
I'm assuming that the Flagler County Sheriff's Office jail has a green roof.
Interesting color selection.
Kind of like the Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, not the Red Roof Inn. Yeah, it's the Green Roof Inn. Yeah, so this dude, Colasanti, was arrested, charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and armed trespassing on school grounds, being held on a $20,000 bond. All that because he asked someone in his apartment complex to take him to GameStop and ends up chucking knives at him. Didn't hit anybody with the knives.
You ever heard of an Uber Multisanti? Whatever your name is?
The hell? That is idiotic. And, even bigger news, I didn't know that there were still GameStop stores.
No, there are. I just looked at, they're all over.
Oh, there are. All right. Listen, I'm not a gamer, but I thought I remember some time ago that didn't GameStop, wasn't there something with their stock? It fell to like a penny stock And
it was a documentary about it.
Yeah, well, there was something with GameStop and the stock, and it wasn't like all
a
kinds
bunch of people bought it.
It was like a stock manipulation deal, and they were trying to like jam up. Wasn't it low? And then like there was a whole online movement for everyone to go run and buy GameStop stock.
I remember something like that.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Netflix has a good documentary about the whole thing. It's pretty cool.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
There's a documentary on that?
I'm sure.
Absolutely. Let me see if I can find it. It's really good.
Get out of here. Really?
Would I lie, sir?
No, I guess. Well, yes, you would.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you absolutely would.
But there is.
But there is a documentary on this thing. Wow. All right. When we get back, we have another one of these high school impersonation stories. So when I say high school impersonation story, what immediately comes to mind?
Like an older woman pretending like she's a 12-year-old in middle school.
Or it could be a man, right?
Could be.
Or an older man trying to pretend like they're in. So what is it? What do you think?
I don't know.
You think it's the older woman pretending to be a high schooler, or you think it's the older man?
It's like the classic movie Never Been Kissed, starring Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
When she is like 30 and goes back to high school and falls in love with a teacher.
Or what's the one where the mother and the daughter, don't they change places or something?
Oh, that's with Jennifer
Jamie
Garner.
Lee Curtis.
What was that one called?
Jamie Lee Curtis switched wieners with her daughter.
Please stop. Don't you? Stop. And don't start the
all right, just a rumor.
Don't start the false Jamie Lee Curtis story again about her being like having both male and female sex organs.
Whatever, she's still hot.
That is not true. I'll tell you what. Jamie Lee Curtis in what was the movie where the car gets blown up on the 7 Mile Bridge in Key West? What was that one? I'm talking
Toonses?
No, come on.
I don't know.
What was the movie where
old movie?
Yes, an old Man, she was so hot in that movie.
She's still hot. She's all natural.
Yeah, she's gone all gray and everything.
It's all that Activia keeping her stomach.
Yeah, that's right. Activia. That's right. She did those Activia commercials.
That's right.
All right. So when we get back, we have another cretin, an older person posing as a high school kid, and you got to hear this story. Hold on. Coming up next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. If your carpet... 701, and I got it. The movie that Jamie Lee Curtis was in, where I said, man, she looked great in that movie. In fact, I think it might have been peak Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it was absolute peak Jamie Lee Curtis. So thank you so much to Michelle, my lovely wife.
Oh, what does she know?
Yeah, so Michelle texted me the movie, because had Jamie Lee Curtis, because Froggy was trying to jam up.
Well, you're trying to figure out because she did one of those movies where she swapped places with a girl.
Yeah. We're about to. I was teasing this high school sicko story, and again, I'm trying to figure out what the motive is. And then it came up that Jamie Lee Curtis was in some movie like that.
Yeah, and then I said
inappropriate
joke.
Then Froggy is dragging up that old stupid rumor that Jamie Lee Curtis has
both.
Yeah, that she has both female and male sex organs.
Which is quite impressive.
It's not true.
You don't know that. That's
Listen,
just like the Richard Gere thing. You don't know that.
All right, the gerbil and Richard Gere is not true.
Says who?
And then Jamie Lee Curtis having both sets of sex organs, that's not true also.
I'll do some investigating.
Okay, so we brought up Jamie Lee Curtis, and I was like, man, what's that movie that she was so hot in? And she was like a spy thing, and then they blew up the car on the 7 Mile Bridge going out to Key West, and I couldn't think of the damn movie. True Lies.
True Lies, that's
with
right.
Arnold?
Yeah, so Tom Arnold's in that.
That was
and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I was going to say that was peak Tom Arnold.
Yeah, it's Tom Arnold and Arnold Schwarzenegger are in that movie. It's True Lies, and Jamie Lee Curtis looked great in that movie. Just thought I'd point it out. All right, what is wrong with people, and what the hell is the motive of this? Another one of these stories where an older individual is enrolled at a high school. And are you chortling over there?
I mean, it's just, how does this even happen?
I don't know.
It keeps happening.
Well, here's the deal. A 28-year-old woman was enrolled as a 17-year-old at a high school.
Wow, so she must look good for her age.
So what's the motive of that? We don't know why she did this. All right, here are the facts. And it happened in Booty, Louisiana.
Oh, there's a Booty, Louisiana?
There is.
I've been there a bunch. I've never seen the Booty.
It's Boutte, but it's pronounced Booty, Louisiana. As in, shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty.
Louisiana.
Shake your booty.
Louisiana.
What's the zip code?
362436.
Nope.
Good one.
70039, by the way.
That
really is the zip code. And you ask me any city, I know the zip code. I never told you the skill I have.
What?
No, you can't.
Ask me.
Because I've seen you ask, what is this zip code?
Ask me any town, and I'll tell you what the zip code is.
Colonia, New Jersey.
What?
Colonia, New Jersey.
07654. I got it. Thank you. Yes, next.
Wait,
Cedar
we don't know if
Rapids.
that's right. You're just pulling numbers
Cedar
out of your
Rapids,
ass.
Iowa?
Yes, Iowa.
65721. And it depends. That's one of the zip codes in Cedar Rapids. There are multiple zip codes in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Any more?
How about Buttcrest, Indiana?
There is no Buttcrest, Indiana.
All right, Medford, Oregon.
Medford, Oregon is 97211.
You're making it up.
How do you do this?
That's one of the zip codes. Again, Medford has 13 different zip codes. Next.
Pensacola.
Pensacola.
Why would you ask one so easy?
Pensacola is 25711. That's one of them. But of course, I'm sorry.
Is this from all your years of prank calls?
No. All right. I'm sorry. What did I say? 3571. All right. I'm making this up, folks.
Man, you son of a bitch. I knew it.
I don't know these zip codes.
I was going to send you and Froggy on a road show with your zip codes and his M&M colors.
I was really impressed. Yeah, at least mine's real.
I'm kidding around with you guys. All right. So let's go back to Booty, Louisiana. Shake, 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 shake your booty. A 28-year-old Louisiana woman is in big trouble. And guess who else is in trouble? Her mother. The 28-year-old woman's mother was part of this whole racket, enrolling her 28-year-old daughter as a 17-year-old. What is going on here?
What a kooky family.
How old? Wait, say the ages again.
The the woman that was enrolled in the high school is 28 years old, and the mother was also arrested as being part of this plot, this ploy.
Wow.
We don't have the age of the mother, but listen to this. Authorities in Booty, Louisiana, learned that she fraudulently enrolled in a local high school posing as a teenager. Why? What is the reason that a 28-year-old woman wants to be a 17-year-old in high school? Now, we've heard about like older guys posing as a high school kid in order to try to, get with some of the high school girls.
Didn't a midget do it too? Like, that to be funny, but for real, didn't a midget do it?
I don't recall that, Froggy.
I'm trying to think. I thought.
Yeah, I think you just
There's been so many stories.
I think you just made that one up. Martha Yesenia Gutierrez Serrano and her mother, Marta Elizabeth Serrano Alvarado. 46. Okay, so the mother's 46. I didn't see that.
Okay.
So the mother's 46, the daughter's 28, and they're from Booty, Louisiana. Did I do shake your booty?
Yeah, you did.
Anyway, they were taken into custody and charged with injuring public records. That's a weird charge. I guess the name of what they did is called injuring public records because they falsified documents to enroll her into high school. On Monday, May 29th, detectives were notified by officials with the St. Charles Parish Public Schools of a possible adult attending the Hanville High School during this last year, the 22 and 23 school year. The police subsequently learned that Serrano Alvarado had enrolled or had been enrolling her daughter at the school as a 17-year-old using a fake passport and a fake birth certificate. So if found guilty on the charges, both Serrano Alvarado and Gutierrez Serrano, they face up to 5 years in Louisiana State Prison.
Gosh.
Thousands of dollars in fines. But the question is why?
We don't know. We have no idea.
We don't.
So here they thought up some zany plot, mother-daughter plot, sitting around their whatever house and get some 5 years in jail.
So why would a 28-year-old woman want to pretend that she's a 17-year-old girl in high school?
Unless they have like a weird fetish?
I don't know. And then for the mother, the 46-year-old mother, to go down to the school to enroll the daughter with a fake passport and a fake birth certificate?
What would be in it for them?
I don't. That's why I said early on, I'm trying to figure out the freaking motive of this story.
Unless you really needed an education.
I mean, are we missing something? Anybody want to try to help us out here? Does anyone? I can't think of it. I'm generally pretty good at coming up with why they would do something.
Maybe she's really vain and is like, Mom, I bet maybe they had a wager. And she was like, Mom, if you sign me up in school,
maybe.
I bet you I'll pass for a 17-year-old.
Yeah,
and
so
I
it's
was like, no way.
Billy
no
Madison.
way.
And they falsify a passport and they falsify a birth certificate. Does anyone have any idea? Seriously.
It's quite a bet.
What could they be doing? Why did they do this? Is it a 28-year-old woman that wanted to get it on with high school boys and pretend? I mean, was this some kind of a... Well, Froggy, you said...
But why would her mom help her?
Well, again, because the mom has to enroll the minor in school. I don't think a minor can enroll themselves. Does anyone know what is going on here? 800-990-1047. I'll try to grab a couple of calls. 800-990-1047.
Maybe she needed one more credit to get her.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or maybe this is a case of an older woman, like I said, wanting to,
that's all it could be.
Get it on with, high school boys or something.
It's shooting fish in a barrel if you're in class with them, right?
Oh, you think so? A high school filled with teenage boys?
Yeah.
That new girl looks 30, dude. She's hot.
Someone said something nefarious that it's child trafficking. They're trying to...
What?
Yeah.
In what way?
I guess maybe she would... go to school, make friends with the girls.
And recruit some of the...
Recruit.
Oh,
like Max, what's her name?
Yes,
Ghislaine?
Giselle Max...
Ghislaine.
No, Ghislaine.
Ghislaine, yes.
Jeffrey Epstein's spotter.
She would scout out high school girls.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. No, I have no idea.
He didn't, dude.
I think he did. All right, Christy's in Spring Hill. Christy, can you figure this out?
I think it has to do with financial money from the government, and somebody's like, if her dad died or something, because I got out of school a couple of years early, And my mom asked me to enroll back in school until I hit 18. So I think that's part of it, that she might be trying to scam maybe on some benefits from the government. But can I just tell you about the gerbil story, too?
Please. Something serious.
You want to talk to us about the Richard Gere gerbil story?
Yeah, the reason I'm pretty sure that's 100% true is there was a whole story documentary thing on TV right after that was the rumor spread, and it said that they could not tell you who it was because, of course, they, HIPAA law, but they said there was a celebrity who called in the middle of the night who did lose a gerbil that was tied on a rope. And I guess
it's the Richard.
Told you.
The Richard Gere gerbil story is not true.
No.
All right, thanks for the call, Christy. No, but that's a good call about maybe some kind of government benefits thing. Hang on, Marcus is in Riverview. Marcus, I got to take a break after this. I don't want to get too late because we're about to start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Marcus, what do you think the story is here? Why would the 28-year-old get enrolled as a 17-year-old in high school in Louisiana?
So I actually read an article, and it said that she was trying to become more proficient in English and try to also maybe further her education.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You read, because the article I have does not have that.
So she literally wants to learn?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah,
hopefully that'll be a good defense for her.
Man, we got to hire him as a producer. He's got more information than I have. Marcus, thanks for the call. Marcus out in Riverview.
There's no way that's true.
Anyway, creepy, weird story. And I wonder if she did get it on with any high school boys.
Ugh.
She was there the entire school year, 22, 23 school year. 28-year-old woman was enrolled as a 17-year-old.
Wait, was it Hilaria Baldwin?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Andrew's now confirming that he just found on abcnews.com.
Richard Gere gerbil?
That apparently she was trying to learn English.
What? Now
Really?
I feel bad for her.
Now you're going to face what? You're going to face 5 years potentially in state prison?
Plenty of time to say.
All right. Hour 20 minutes, nonstop MJ Morning Show next. Don't move. When we get back, how to tell if a guy is a bad driver, and this is a deal breaker. Yeah. So women, if you're going out on a date, bad driving guys and why you should stay away. There's a whole list of bad driving habits and why, if you're going out with a guy for the first time or early on, if they exhibit these habits, you want to run away. We'll explain it all next and a whole lot more coming. advisory. I can make that exact noise with my 1971 Mini Moog Model D, by the way.
Ooh, good for you.
Wow, really cool, dude.
I can do the exact same thing. Bought that thing for $50. It's worth, I don't know, like $5,000 now.
Bring it in here so I can smash it.
And my Jupiter 8, my Roland Jupiter 8 synthesizer, paid $1,000 for that. At was it Thoroughbred Music over on McMullen Booth? Paid $1,000 for a 1981 or 82 Roland Jupiter 8 synthesizer.
Wow.
Back in like 1997, it came in used. And I said, hey, I'm looking for one. And they called me up. Hey, we just got one in on trade. That thing's worth like $15,000 right now.
Wow, what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to keep it. All right, welcome, folks. MJ Morning Show on...
Please stop.
I'm gonna bring in my synthesizer. I'm gonna make that noise right out of Soft Cell's Tainted Love. All right, MJ and the crew here on Q105. The MJ Morning Show is on. Continue to spread the word that the MJ Morning Show is back. Do you know? Still, I run into people that don't know we're back.
Oh, me too. I just met somebody the other day at a birthday party.
See,
and he's like, "Oh, I love MJ."
Huh? And they. Well, do you listen?
Yeah.
And they didn't know we were back.
No.
We need to spend like $2 million on a TV and a massive new billboard campaign. Yeah. I'm gonna call the Beasleys later on, see if they can fork over $2 million for a big campaign. I've got ideas. All right. We have a lot to do here, and Roxanne, by the way, just said, "I think I found them," and this is something that. Well, I wouldn't say I obsessed over, but it came up numerous times on the show. I think I did a whole segment on wasn't it around this time earlier in the week that I talked about this?
It's a little later than this, but I think obsessed is a good word.
I'm not obsessed, but Roxanne has apparently, she thinks, found a particular garment that I had a discussion about. So hold on, we'll get to that here in just a bit. First, though, these are signs that the guy you're dating is not a good guy. And these habits, these driving habits, should probably be a deal breaker. Now, this is interesting. Finding Mr. Right, and you look at, these driving traits, and apparently women have been surveyed. There's been research on this, but this is all part of this new scientific research, and they call it traffic psychology. I mean, this is interesting. So there are actual experts that study traffic psychology, and through this research, it's been determined that if you're a woman, and I don't see it the other way. This is like if you're a woman, these are traits in a guy that if you notice early on while dating that you probably want to consider it a deal breaker. So I don't know why it doesn't go the other way. I don't know why if a guy is dating a woman and the woman has these awful traits, I don't know if it's a two-way street, no pun intended, but listen to this. 11 driving habits that tell you that he's not a good guy. This is kind of interesting. When I saw this, I'm like, you know what?
Makes sense.
I'm actually personally interested in this. And you know what? You know what my mantra has always been on this show?
Transparency?
Well, yes, but that's not what?
Lie.
What are you talking about? No.
I'm just kidding. What is it?
My policy on this show has always been, and it seems to have worked out fairly well. I'm not saying I get it right every time, but I think my batting average is pretty good. In that, if I find something interesting, my barometer has been such that I'm generally right in selecting content for the show. That if I find, now every once in a while I probably have something weird, a little too eclectic, or something like some bug stuck up my butt or something. But for the most part, I think I get the content on this show right, and it's typically if I find something interesting, I think my barometer is good enough that the audience finds it interesting as well.
I feel like I'm the same.
And I saw this yesterday. I'm like, boom. 11 driving habits that will tell you that this guy is not a good dude. Run, don't walk, and it should be a deal breaker.
Habit number 1, drives nude.
I mean,
is it on the list?
No. Number 1 is driving on the sidewalk and making pedestrians run for their lives. No, that's not.
Habit number 2, wields a gun at every traffic signal to get people to hurry up.
That might be a sign.
Fires it into the air.
Well, I think you're getting a little warmer over here. Roxanne's getting warmer. All right, so here we go. It's traffic psychology, and these are signs that the dude is a bad driver, and women, you probably want to just reconsider this whole deal, especially if it's like a first date or if you're early on in the dating experience. So what are the habits that would be a bad driver deal breaker in a relationship? We might even want to take phone calls on this. Folks, as you listen to this, if you want to weigh in, we ought to, what the hell was that?
Sorry, it's me, Louis Anderson. I just sat down to break the chair.
Froggy, you just shook the whole floor with that chair.
Yeah, the chair
All right.
broke, I think.
All right, so here's the deal. I want to go to phones on this. So listen to these, and then we'll grab some calls. I'll give you the number here in a second. So these are, again, bad driver deal breakers on why women should run away from guys. Number one, not yield. I'm sorry, I should be laughing at this.
No.
Not yielding to pedestrians in the cross. I'm sorry.
As opposed to running them over?
Hang on a minute. Number one is not yielding to pedestrians in the crosswalk.
Yeah, that might be an indication.
What, they're walking across and you're trying to hit them, or you're trying to swerve around them, leaving like 6 inches. I'm going to teach them.
Some bit.
Teach them to cross the street.
On 9th over here, on MLK, near the Publix as you head toward 275, like right near the Roosevelt MLK intersection, just before you get there as you headed to 275, you've got the Publix. You've seen the crosswalk?
Yeah.
There's a crosswalk where the pedestrian can actually push a button and it like flashes and cars are supposed to stop. I've seen people do that. They're halfway across and there are cars that are still like blasting through.
I'll just go.
Within feet of the pedestrian. All right, so if the guy does not yield to pedestrians in the crosswalk, that should be a deal breaker. He might think his time is more valuable than the pedestrian, sees himself above the law, and it's illegal in most cases that you need to yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. Number two, on why you should run away from a guy, first or early dates, if he drives like this. Number two is not giving the right away. There's a higher likelihood that someone who drives a luxury vehicle will act as if they're more important. It's a version of being classist, but on the road, not giving the right of way. So here you have a driving condition where the other car has the right of way, but you won't yield. So you want to make them stop even though they have the right of way. That should be a red flag. That's a flashing red light. That's a warning buzzer going off. Run from this guy. Not a good guy. Not going to be good. All right. Number three, if they don't wave thank you when another car lets you merge or cut in.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
How about that?
You always have to do that.
You let somebody cut in. You're nice. You're being a respectful driving citizen on the roads of Tampa Bay, and they don't wave.
I'll overwave just to get the point across. I'll stick my hand out the side window, open the sunroof just to make sure they know.
You'll give them your phone number. Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can't tell because of the tinted windows.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, number four, pumping on and off the brakes. So not maintaining a constant speed. As a passenger on a date, this is one of the most annoying things to suffer through and a sign that hasn't mastered driving yet. So on, off, brake, accelerator, brake. So just on and off.
Have you ever met anyone who drives like accelerator? They push it down, they lift it up, they push it down. Not back and forth not pumping the brakes.
Yeah, I've had taxi drivers or Uber drivers do that.
Crazy.
And it makes you nauseous. And then you want to throw up in the back, but then there's like a $250 Uber throw up charge.
Yeah. It's like they forget that they have to keep their foot on the pedal the whole time.
Do you know what I found out from an Uber driver?
What?
I don't know how this was, a couple of months ago. And I can't remember if we talked about this, but an Uber driver told me that at least here in the Tampa Bay area, there's a designated Uber throw up cleanup company.
Oh, what a great idea.
So apparently if you're an Uber driver in the Tampa Bay area, and by the way, good morning to, who was Chloe's driver? Was it William?
Oh.
I think it was William. This is a great story. If you missed this. So Chloe was getting an Uber ride to downtown Tampa because she's doing an internship at the courthouse with some judges. And gets picked up by an Uber, and obviously they can see Chloe is her name. And the driver says to Chloe, "Are you MJ's Chloe?" And bingo, it was. And William is a big listener to the program. Hopefully I got the name right. I'm just trying to do it by memory. I think it was William. And apparently William has asked 5 other Chloes if you're MJ's Chloe. That's great. No, but seriously, all kidding aside, I was told that Uber drivers in the Tampa Bay area, they know that there's a certain company you call if a passenger hurls in the back of your Uber. There's like a designated Uber throw-up cleanup company. All right, back to the list here. Bad drivers, women run. Oh, and if you want to weigh in on this, do we have any women listening that have experienced some of these things? Any women listening that were out on dates, first date, second date, or early on, and you walked away because of the guy's driving? Do you have anything to say? Anything interesting? Do you have any similarities to what I'm saying here as far as these deal breakers? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. That's the number to get in right now. So I'd love to hear from women about guys that you went out on dates with and you said, no, this isn't going to work. The guy's awful. So, or any facet. If I'm not thinking of an angle and you have an angle, call us up. I want to hear from you. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Also on the list, distracted driving. So if they're just distracted, they're doing everything but driving and paying attention, that could be a deal breaker. If they don't pull over for emergency vehicle.
All right.
So
I mean, who are these people?
This is funny crap, though. All right. So a guy that you're out on a date with, it might not work out. The guy might be a bad dude if he won't pull over for emergency vehicles or
screw him
or funeral processions.
What?
Have you ever seen people like pissed off at a funeral and they're weaving in and out of the funeral procession? I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is wrong with you? What kind of disrespectful turd are you that, a funeral procession, it could be, dozens and dozens of cars long, and you have an impatient driver, and they're like weaving in and out of the funeral. Come on, what is wrong with you? What else? Someone that deliberately blocks the box. So, in an intersection, you're not supposed to block the box and, hinder traffic flow.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's blocking the box. Stopping on a dime. If somebody...
What?
If you're going... Seriously, if you're going out with a guy and every single stop is like...
Like Ace Ventura spinning around.
They're jamming your neck. Froggy's got the right idea.
Yeah, their neck is just whiplash.
They get to a traffic light, and all of a sudden, it's not a slow, tapered stop. It's, they're jamming you into the windshield. Bad dude. You might not want to date him. You might want to end that.
You ever notice, one of our texters brought up, Kimberly asked about guys with road rage, but you ever meet really, really nice people, and then they get that behind the wheel of their car, and it's that perceived anonymity, and they're like cussing everybody else out.
I remember before road rage, even before road rage was kind of a thing or it was identified, I remember as a kid when it used to rain, after lunch, we had like recess, so we used to have lunch, and then you'd be able to go outside and have some recess time. This was up in Nanuet, New York, at the George W. Miller School, where I went to. And I just remember when we had rainy days, they used to play movies in the gym. Yeah. And a lot of times they were the Disney cartoons, where you'd get the big like that splash, and it would like be Mickey's face or Donald Duck's face or Goofy's face. I remember the first time I learned about like road rage. There was a Goofy cartoon from like the 1960s. You ever see that? Where Goofy, it's like, and he's like this normal, friendly guy, but when he gets behind the wheel of the car, he turns into a maniac.
Sounds familiar.
And I think they also used to show that cartoon at like some of the, someone told me this. I never went to one of those driving schools, but when you get tickets and you got to go to driving school to get the points taken off or whatever, I want to say that I used to hear that some of the driving schools would show that old Disney Goofy cartoon of him driving like a maniac and road raging. All right, finally, before I go to phones on this, all right, stopping on a dime, bad sign. California roll at a stop sign. So bad habit. I guess it's called the California roll.
Well, you're eating sushi at the stop sign?
No, they hit a California roll.
What is that? What's a California roll?
It's avocado, fake crab.
I mean,
that's what,
is that like some sort of stop and roll?
and folks, if you like a California roll, try to get a California roll with real like back fin crab meat.
All right, just relax.
Yeah. Anyway, so the California roll, not stopping, just kind of rolling through the stop sign. Then not signaling a turn or lane change, constantly just moving lane to lane, not signaling. That's a sign. It's illegal, but it might be, it's a warning sign that the guy's not right for you. And then finally, use of aggressive language or obscene gestures while driving.
Okay, I'm guilty of this. Not the obscene gestures, but I really had to dial it back. I do think I get some of my aggression out when I'm just like, say you're at an intersection, there's no light, and you're waiting for someone to turn so you can make the turn. And like if I'm by myself, I'm like, go, you bleepity bleep. But I don't say it
You're cursing in your head or cursing out loud in your car?
out loud, but they can't see me.
MJ road raged this morning and he sped around a guy that was going too slow. I saw that.
I didn't speed around. So I'm in front of Froggy. We're coming into the office park, and there's a guy that is essentially idling. Am I wrong?
Oh my God, it was so annoying.
Am I
no,
right?
it was too much. It was so slow.
The guy was going 1 mile an hour.
And he turned even slower.
Okay.
And so I just went around him.
And
I didn't.
And what did you say?
I did not road rage.
Oh,
I know you cursed when you did it.
I guarantee you did that because that's what you. Yes.
I did not road rage. I didn't curse. I just went around him.
You're telling me in your car you didn't go you.
Or what are you this guy
bleep.
doing? Or
No,
something.
I didn't say go you bleep stick. I didn't say that.
Well, I do say
And that would be a fudge stick, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say that stuff all the time, but now that I have children and they're in the car, now I have to change everything. And I'm like, okay, silly pot, go ahead and make your turn, silly pot. I have all these.
What? You call other drivers silly pots, and so instead of getting angry and cursing when your
Yes.
kids are in the car, you call other drivers silly pots.
I do.
See, I curse in front of my kids, and I tell them just don't say these words. I mean,
All right, let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. I want to hear from women. And listen, even if this goes back a number of years, I want to hear from women that went out on dates, first date or early on, and the guy was a maniac driver, and he exhibited, let's say, the signs that I just told you about. And I'd like to know, did you walk away? Did you know, was your intuition that, this guy's not a good guy because of bad driving? Did we have listeners that walked away, or did we have listeners that maybe even got married to the guy? All right, any facet, anything in between. If you have an angle on this, I'd love to hear from women right now who have been on dates and the guy is just an awful driver and you're like, nah, that's it. One and done. Or maybe just a couple of dates in and you're like, nah, I can't continue with this guy. Guy's a bad driver. Anyone with a similar story, or if you have any kind of an offshoot, something we're not thinking of, let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. Fire up the phones right now. If you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. 800-990-1047. I think my list is a pretty good prompt because that really covered a lot of good stuff. All right, so ladies, well, I don't know. I guess equal opportunity. Are there guys where the woman drove on the date? I don't know.
That's probably more likely.
Maybe the guy lost his license for 7 DUIs and the woman's driving on the date. I don't know. All right, let's hit phones here. 800-990-1047. I would love to hear from women right now. Or maybe a guy has a story. Hey, maybe maybe guys, you were a terrible driver. And maybe the woman, the girl, didn't want to go out on a second date. Maybe they even told you. All right, 800-990-1047. Let's go to phones. We'll start with Susie in Brooksville. Susie, welcome to the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
How are you all?
Doing well. So what's your story?
Oh, my God. I was probably 16 or 17, and I met some guy at Clearwater Beach back in the day when it was a meat market down there. And
now the meat market's in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
That's where Roxanne is 5 days a week. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Susie. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotcha. So this guy was driving a really hot Trans Am, and I'm a car buff.
Oh, man, was it like a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am?
Was it a Hemi?
It was. It was a different color, but it was. And he was long blonde hair. He was like a rock star looking guy.
Wow. Did it have the big Firebird, the big on the hood and everything?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
and,
man.
We all. He says, "Well, I'm going to pick you up." And I said, "Well, a couple of my friends are going to come. We were going to go to some bar in St. Pete." And it was a popular bar at the time. I can't remember the name.
All right, so what happened? Cut to the chase.
Jeez.
Okay, so this guy is drunk when he picks us
Oh, my God. Guy's drunk when he...
He's driving like an absolute maniac. And, I mean, finally, I said, I got to get out of this car. I told him, stop the car. Me and my girlfriends got out. We had to hitchhike back to Palm Harbor in Eastlake where we live. And it was horrible. I mean, this guy was a lunatic. I thought we were going to die every second. We never even made it to the destination. It was just ridiculous.
So you never saw the guy again, right?
No, hell no, man. I was lucky to have my life. We had to hitchhike home. Some couple of guys picked us up and they had a keg in the back of the car.
Oh, my God. A couple of guys. Lucky it wasn't Ted Bundy or something, all right? So,
They had a keg in the car?
Wait a minute. So then you get picked up by guys with a keg in the car?
Yeah, they drove us all the way from St. Pete to Palm Harbor.
It's a party.
I'll tell you what, that's a great name for a car. The new Kia Keg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
Thanks for the call. So, guy picks her up in a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am, and he's drunk off his ass. That's terrible. Oh, but wait a sec. Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. Gotta do it, folks. Oh, come on. Also, a great Danny McBride TV show on HBO. Fuck the phones. Let's grab Eileen in Clearwater. Hello, Eileen. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. There's another side to this as well.
Oh.
The men that drive erratically and without any concern for your safety.
Have erectile dysfunction?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It can turn out to be real jerks. I actually was young and dumb and ended up marrying him after he put me on his motorcycle. And we went on 275, and he clocked at, I think, 130 miles an hour with me on the back.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's hot.
Holy hell. But did you like the bad boy type? Were you attracted?
I was 19. He was good looking. So, of course, it was like, oh, my God, he's amazing. Ended up marrying him, and he was an abusive jerk. And that was should have been mine. Yeah.
Wow. How long were you married before you bailed?
3 years.
All right. Well, Eileen, hopefully you found love after that and a non-maniac driving motorcycle guy.
Oh, I did. And I've been happily married for the past 3 decades.
Good for you, Eileen.
Excellent. Thank you. You know, Michelle and I, next summer, Michelle and I will be 3 decades.
Got to make it about yourself.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
What, hold on. Wait,
Got to make it about, we're talking about her and how good she's doing. And me and Michelle. I mean, come on.
Well, because she said, because Michelle and I are celebrating 29 years of marriage.
Really?
Coming up at the end of this month, the 26th. I'll be scuba diving with Julian in the Cayman Islands. I won't be around for my anniversary. Sorry, Michelle.
I'll be celebrating 2.9 months.
Hey,
I'll take Michelle out for you.
Thank you, Eileen. No, we're going to celebrate. We're going to go to dinner before Julian and I go to the. Oh, and speaking of that, I gotta run the vacation times by you because I might have been a little erroneous.
No,
what?
no.
Yeah,
Well, we've already made plans.
Hang on a minute.
No. No.
Hang on. I just need to clarify. I might have.
Huh?
Hang on. I might have given you some bad information on the vacation.
Okay.
Hold on.
How bad could it be?
Let me finish with calls. Eileen, thanks for the call. Let me grab Marie in Seminole. A few more calls. We got to move on. Hi, Marie. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Bad driving guy. What's your story?
Okay, so actually he was wonderful. Everybody loved him. It was great. He was fine in town driving. It was just when you got him on the highway, he turned into a complete maniac. And if somebody was in the left-hand lane, that was like his pet peeve. Are you there? Hello?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm riveted.
His pet peeve. So if somebody's driving slow in the passing lane, he would literally turn into a lunatic. And
what do you like? Crawl up on their butt like 3 feet from their bumper at 70 miles an hour?
Right up in their face, and his hands were going, and he's yelling at them and screaming, and I'm just mortified. But I did end up marrying him.
He's a bad boy.
And did you remain married? Did you stay married to this maniac?
No, of course. No, we divorced, of course, later.
And how long did it take for you to divorce the guy?
I tell you, because it was too embarrassing how long I stayed. So
how long did you stay? Come on, tell me.
25 years.
It took me 25 years to figure it out. And you're telling me, and the guy was, when you were married, he was a total maniac still?
No, he was never abusive to me.
No. He was a total maniac behind the wheel during the whole marriage?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We fought about it all the time.
Wow.
Only on trips. On the highway, he was fine in town driving.
What?
And, yeah.
Well,
And
sometimes
everybody
guys
loved
grow
him.
out of that. You know, like
No,
you could have.
He didn't.
Right.
Well,
So,
listen,
yeah.
the male brain, you know what they say, that the male brain is not like fully developed. The reasoning part of the brain doesn't get fully developed until like mid to late 20s. So, hey, thanks for the call, Marie. Have a great one. All right, let me grab one more on this. We'll hit St. Pete. Bonnie, I think Bonnie's called us before. Bonnie, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
I don't think I asked, but
Hi, Bonnie.
That's kind of standard with me.
Okay. Hey, Bonnie, welcome to the show. Thanks for listening. All right, so you want to weigh in on the bad driver guys?
I do. It's my girlfriend's boyfriend. Wonderful, wonderful man. Kind, considerate, funny, pleasant, the whole shebang. He can't drive for crap. He's, the gas, going fast, going down, in and out of the lane. It's just absolutely horrible. But he's our designated driver.
Oh, great. Your designated driver is is a terrible driver.
He's 90 years old, but,
Hold on, what? Hold on, what?
He's 90.
What is
Whoa,
happening?
hold on, what is going on here? The guy is 90 years old?
Yeah.
What are you...
Other than...
Wait a minute, how old is your girlfriend?
She's 85.
What the heck?
What's happening?
I
The
know.
Golden
And
Girls.
They're the cutest couple. They are just the cutest couple.
Unbelievable. He shouldn't have his license. 90. Thanks for the call,
I'll
Bonnie.
drive you.
Man, I tell you what, again, our demographics from 8 to 85. We got a huge demographic spread on this program. All right, quickly, vacation time.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I wasn't going to do anything or go anywhere. But yesterday I was like, I may as well plan a vacation. So now I planned one.
Good
So
for you.
better not mess that
I
up.
don't care what you're doing or where you're going.
Well,
I'm taking off when I want.
Well, hang on. When do you think that we're not doing a show? When do you think I'm going on vacation?
Well, I can just very easily refer back to the initial email that you sent us.
Can you read that to me?
And it was, the dates are the 23rd. So no show the 23rd, not coming back until the 3rd.
I think we're doing a show on the 23rd.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah,
I'm going to Adventure Island that day.
Yeah, change that. Or just go, well, here's the deal. I don't know why I said the 23rd, because my flight on Friday the 23rd, so that's a week from tomorrow. So I'm taking Julian, kind of a graduation gift. Julian and I were going scuba diving down in Little Cayman. So the smallest of the Cayman Islands. And our flight is not until like later in the afternoon on that Friday. So I don't know why. I'm trying to think. And I looked at my plane schedule. So I got, we're all ticketed and everything. And then I noticed, and I knew this. I know the flight, the Cayman Airways flight, it leaves like at 3:25 or so. So I can't do my afternoon program, but there's no reason why I can't do the morning show that day. And I don't know why I told you guys no show on Friday the 23rd, best of on that day. I think we're going to do a show that day.
Well, I have my outfits planned from now until August or September, and I don't have an outfit for that day.
Me
Sorry.
either. I don't have an outfit.
Yes,
for that either.
Andrew.
I had a caller who pointed out that back when you were still in the other building, the morning show each wrote down how many years you and Michelle would be together and put it in the ceiling.
That is true.
Did anybody
Yes.
ever retrieve those?
I don't know. Those are probably still up in the ceiling, and
Because it didn't come true.
They vacated that building because they left Gandy. So our old radio company that we used to work for, they're no longer in that Gandy building. They moved.
Okay,
They
so
sold
they may still be in the ceiling there.
I'm pretty sure there's some cheeseburgers and Twinkies up there,
Yeah,
too.
the whole crew wrote down like in envelopes, how long Michelle and I would remain married, and stuck it up in the ceiling.
And
So-
there's we went up to test there's a couple Twinkies up there. I know for a fact I put up there.
Folks, on the 26th of this month, when I will be away from Michelle scuba diving with Julian in Little Cayman, that will be our 29th wedding anniversary. And then Michelle and I next summer, the summer of 24, it'll be 30 years. And for that, I'm going to give away $30,000.
Wow.
Yes. To myself. No. But 30. Will we make it to 30 years? I guess we'll have to wait and find out, ladies and gentlemen. So is that a problem? I don't know why I sent that email.
It's a problem for me.
All right. So, guys, plan on being here to do the show on Friday the 23rd because I've got plenty of time to catch my 3:30 flight down to Grand Cayman and then my island hopper over to Little Cayman.
This
All
is
right.
just, you think you're...
Hold on. Roxanne's rolling her eyes at me.
Because I like to plan ahead, and I'm remembering everything I planned for that day, and I'm planning to go to dinner, and my friend who I'm going to dinner with, I was like, I'm going to be in such a great mood because I won't have to wake up early because we're off the morning show that day.
Yeah, she can't do the show. She has to go to dinner that night.
All right, listen. I'm gonna do the show. If I don't have to take a vacation day, I'm not gonna take the vacation day. I'll be packed and ready to go. And then even after the show, I've got 5.5 hours till flight time. It's plenty of time. All right, so let's see. I don't know. I had a feeling I screwed up.
Oh, I get it. No big deal because that must mean we're not coming back until the 5th.
No, we're coming back on Monday the 3rd. Then we're going to be off Tuesday. That's what sucks about July 4th being like a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Ugh.
Yeah,
You will never be able to explain to me why the 5th isn't the holiday for people.
What do you mean?
Because the fireworks celebration is at night. You stay up late on the 4th. Everybody should take the 5th off.
What?
I don't know what you're saying.
How hard is that?
Fireworks
Andrew,
are generally fireworks are just after dark. Typically, that time of July 4th. Typically, fireworks start at 9 p.m. It's dark.
No, I'm like Roxanne. I celebrate the 4th of July on the 5th every year.
Yeah. You know what? Julian's birthday. My son is July 4th. You know what? Hey, Julian, we're gonna start celebrating your birthday on the 5th. I'm gonna grab your passport. I'm just gonna scratch it out. I'm gonna take a Sharpie. I'm just gonna change it to the 5th on your passport.
I mean, I realize it's the name of the holiday, July 4th, but
I remember being blackout drunk at the Undertow Beach Bar when Julian was born.
All right, moving along, ladies and gentlemen. So please adjust accordingly for a week from tomorrow. We will do a Friday the 23rd show live before we head out for vacation. Then, of course, the following week, just phenomenal best ofs. And, we move all the material around. When we do a best of, a lot of people don't even know. I get email from people that don't even know we're on vacation because they're hearing material that they never heard. And if you haven't heard it, it's new to you. Like NBC back in the 1990s. Must-see TV. If you haven't seen it, it's new to you. So, and then we, if something happened in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll run it at a different time. So people just hear stuff they never heard. And it's also very dense. It's quality. It's all like the best of that's just chunked all together.
So a lot of Hal Herman and Louis Anderson?
Oh, yeah. We're going to do a Hal Herman and Louis Anderson day, just nonstop.
Yay.
No, we're not. All right. So, hey, moving along here, folks. States where men have the best or worst odds of finding love. The Love Boat. So I'm looking at actual stats. I've got a chart here. So finding a girlfriend in this particular state is wicked easy.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
Did I
that's a good clue.
did I just give you the clue or what?
Yeah, Texas, right?
California.
What did you say?
California. No,
Are
I
you-
know
are
it's
you s-
Massachusetts.
Yes,
I know it's Massachusetts.
yes, it's Massachusetts. I thought you were
No,
What
I'm
makes
just
you say
yanking
that?
my chain over here.
What makes you say Massachusetts?
Massachusetts. I can't. That is a tough one
Froggy,
to
stop
say.
it. Watch it. Watch it.
Sorry.
No, the Bay State of Massachusetts, apparently bachelors, single guys, have the best chances of finding a lover, a mate. This is according to a new report. So analyzing bars, romantic restaurants, and population, the data has been put together, and they've determined that these massholes up in
It's offensive.
that's what they're called. If you live in Massachusetts, you're a masshole. So they have the highest chance of romance a 77.98% chance out of 100 to find romance, which is because...
Yeah, let's hear why, because I'm picturing Boston. I just picture all the male Boston Red Sox fans.
Let me tell you why.
Okay, why?
In Massachusetts, 1 out of every 2.39 women is single.
It's a numbers game. Yeah.
So a whole lot of single women.
Are Boston guys that terrible? Are they all like Ben Affleck or like Matt Damon in The Departed?
Yeah.
Heck, come on. Let's go. I can't even talk like those idiots.
Yeah. Virginia is for lovers, but how do they rank?
Ugh.
Yeah, Virginia's kind of middle of the pack. But guess what really sucks? West Virginia's at the bottom.
Oh.
So you have the worst chances of finding love, hooking up with a woman in West Virginia. It is literally the lowest on the list. So Massachusetts is what?
But the best chances of marrying your cousin.
Oh, Roxanne.
Or your sister.
Yeah.
Wow,
And if
sis, you're hot,
carry
sister.
around a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, you'll find yourself a lady.
Yeah. So Massachusetts number 1. West Virginia is the worst state to find love. So obviously, where is Florida? Florida is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. That's not bad. Florida's top 10, number 6, just missing the top 5. So here it is. Here's the top. Massachusetts is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Rhode Island is number 2. It's interesting because they're adjacent. Number 3 is Connecticut. And again, it's that whole New England thing. So Connecticut is adjacent to Massachusetts, and Rhode Island's adjacent to Massachusetts. I mean, look at this sort of a theme here. But then after the New England top 3, then number 4 is South Carolina. Easy place to find love.
No, well, I think you said easy place for men to find love, right?
Yeah, for men. Yeah, that's what I said.
So,
for men to find a woman.
Right. So
guess
what?
Those are the top states.
If you are a woman looking for a man, my guess is you have to flip that list upside down, right?
Okay.
Doesn't that make sense? Is my logic? Are you following it?
So if you're a woman,
then the worst place for you to find love would be Massachusetts.
I don't have the stats on the number of single guys. So we would need to know.
But if it's easy for guys, it might be hard for women.
Oregon's number 5, and then Florida's number 6. And then the bottom, the worst state to find love is West Virginia. Second worst is Kansas, then Kentucky, Oklahoma, Utah.
What's the reasoning behind all this?
Then South Dakota, North Dakota.
This makes no sense.
What makes no sense?
You're just saying states.
It is the number of single women. It's the so it's the number of how many single women are available for these guys in the states, and you have the states obviously at the bottom that have the worst ratio, and then the ones obviously Massachusetts, Florida's number 6, the best ratio of. Out of all the women, what percentage are single? And those are the higher percentage of single women states.
So it's a ratio. So if you're a woman and you want to land a guy and you want to go where you can shoot fish in a barrel, then you go to West Virginia.
I'm confused.
Right?
And don't shoot fish.
What are you confused about? It's pretty straightforward. All right, Roxanne, you blurted out during the last break. So right before we started this long hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ morning show.
I blurted out like 5 things, so it could be anything.
We were in a commercial break, and we were getting ready to start this long segment of the show. And you said to me, I think I found them. And I'm like, think you found what? And then Roxanne said to me, the pants.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So...
What is this, like that stupid Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
No, it's the Costco spandex workout pants that the lady was wearing on Saturday morning at Costco up in Westchase.
You're still obsessed about this woman's pants?
What is that? Is that Citrus Park? What do you call that area?
Yeah, that's Line Ball and Sheldon.
Yeah, so Line Ball at Costco. What is that area called?
It's Citrus Park, for the love of Pete.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Citrus Park.
It's right outside on the outskirts of Westchase.
Right. Outskirts of Westchase, Citrus. Anyway, I told the story that I went to Costco and I was in line at 9:25. There's like 200 people waiting in line, waiting for Costco to open the doors at 9:30. And I had to get a couple of things. I had to get some toilet paper, get some Kirkland paper towel, better value than the Charmin. And it's good. And Charmin probably makes Bounty rather. Bounty probably makes the stuff for him. So I had to get a couple of things. And as I'm motoring toward the front to check out, I saw, and I told the story, I saw this woman, I would say late 20s, early 30s, and it was the tightest spandex workout pants I've ever seen. And you're like, well, how does it get tighter than spandex? Folks, I don't know what it was. I don't know what these pants were, but I've never seen anything like it. And it might have been, and I'm trying not to sound all creepy here.
Hang on a second. I got to text your wife. Hang on.
Yeah, listen. And I wanted to take a picture because I wanted you guys to see this. And I wanted to talk about it on the show, and I wanted to be able to post a picture, but I stopped myself from taking a picture because that would have been really creepy. I might have been, I don't know, I might have been yelled at or whatever. But
MJ, wait, I need to text somebody. I need to text Michelle.
Stop it. Let me finish the story. So I saw this woman. It was 9:45 or so, 9:50. This past Saturday, Costco, and there was just like a blonde woman, probably late 20s, early 30s, wearing the tightest spandex pants I've ever seen. And what are you doing?
Sorry.
So
go ahead.
And I was wondering, what's going on here? Is she just wanting every guy to look at her body? Or is she going to some class? Or is she coming from some class? And the point is, I think what was different is that she was in very good shape, and I think it was just the way it was a lighter type of spandex that she was wearing, but it was like accentuating. It was like...
Was she muscular? Did she have like muscular thighs?
No. She was toned. And listen, I'm not trying to piss off my wife just a couple of weeks from my anniversary here, but it was just...
Yeah, you should.
I hadn't seen this before, and I just thought that, why are you really in Costco like this? I mean, you're just trying to get attention.
I got to tell you something about that.
But wait a minute. But then, Roxanne, you said to me, I think I found the pants that she was wearing.
Okay, let's pretend like we're at the eye doctor right now.
What makes you think you found the exact pants?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why did you tell me, 35, 40 minutes ago during a break, why did you tell me I think I found the Costco's ladies' pants?
Because they're very bootylicious. Okay?
Okay, that might be a good indication.
All right, so what do you want to school me on?
We're going to do like an eyeglass test. When you're getting your eyes checked. And
yeah.
Okay, is this better? How does this look? Does it look like that, maybe?
Hang on, let me see your phone.
Okay.
No, again, I need to see.
Are they the new pants that sort of accentuate the butt?
You can't touch my phone.
What do you mean I can't? I had your phone in my pocket after you lost it in the parking lot. First, the screen went off. I can't see it.
Okay, so we've got this first choice for you.
Right.
Does it look like this? Did it look like this butt? These are light.
Yeah, those are kind of light. Close. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But
are we getting warmer?
Well, no. The woman, her body was different. Yeah, that's pretty tight right there.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that I've seen, and she's holding it up right now to MJ TV. Listen, I've seen plenty of spandex pants, but this was it was something just different. And it was like every curve, every part of the butt, every part of the cheek.
All right, relax.
I mean, it was just, and
easy,
then
boy.
And then Roxanne thinks she found the pant. I don't. I think it was really the physical condition of this woman, and because isn't spandex?
I guess so. I guess now we're just obsessed with the woman. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, yesterday I was actually talking to one of my girlfriends, Kettle, and so we were just chit-chatting.
There's that Kettle crap
and
again.
I was like, oh yeah, we were. I talked about this story that we talked about on air. I was like, guys are so weird. They think that girls dress to get like swaths of attention. Like we're really going to go to Costco and be like, let me put on the tightest pants I have so I get tons of guys to look at me.
Yeah.
Women are not like that.
But
we're dressing.
you don't think some women are like that?
I'm not. The large majority are not. If we're wearing something that you perceive as nice, we put it on for ourselves, our girlfriend, or it's targeted. But it's not like I want everyone at Costco to look at me. You understand?
Ladies and gentlemen, instant quiz on the MJ Morning Show. Froggy.
You mean like a pop quiz?
Roxanne.
Hands off the Google.
How much money? Seriously, hands in the air. I need to see Froggy, hands in the air. Both. Roxanne, hands in the air. How much money is 1 million pennies? Go.
10,000.
Wow.
Okay, well, that wasn't a very fun game.
Well, that would be correct. 1 million pennies is $10,000.
Okay, that was absolutely no fun.
Sorry.
How'd you know that so fast?
She was an accountant. She thinks she's all smart.
That's right. She worked for Arthur Anderson, and she actually crashed the company because she messed up the whole Enron account.
I cooked all the books.
Yeah, for Enron. All right. Anyway, yes, a million pennies is $10,000. Listen to this: a California guy cleaning out the home of his dead father-in-law found a stash of over 1 million pennies in the guy's house. Guy had bags, sacks of pennies, 1 million pennies. Face value, $10,000.
Wow.
They were in a basement in a crawl space under this Los Angeles home. Why the hell would this guy have? Oh, and the other thing is, they found out that the copper content was 100% because these were all copper pennies.
Nice.
Not zinc-coated copper. Because, do you know when things changed? I think it was like after 81 or 82. It was early 80s. The penny used to be a solid piece of copper, but then in the early 80s, it was either 1981 or 1982 was the last year of the real all-copper penny, and then they went to a cheaper slug of zinc that was just coated in copper. But, again, the copper value on this probably exceeds the cost of the penny, actually. But can you imagine that? You're cleaning out the house of your late father-in-law. There's 1 million freaking pennies inside?
That's crazy.
God, I mean, I like having 10,000, but why does it have to be in pennies?
Yeah.
What a pain.
Moving along. We have an update. Do you remember the story we had, 2 weeks ago? Do you remember the woman in Georgia? Remember the story of the car that hit the back of that Jordan flatbed tow truck and launched up in the air and flew through the air like a Joey Chitwood thrill show?
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Or Dukes of Hazzard? I mean, this was crazy. Hey, Andrew, can you bump that video up on our website? Yeah, so if you didn't see this video, we talked about this, and we were just blown away. And it was a car. We now know that it was a woman that was driving, and there was an accident, and in the left lane with flashers on, there were police cars all over the place, and there was one of those flatbed wreckers, and it had the bed down to pull a car up, and this woman is tooling down the interstate at high speed, doesn't see the tow truck, drives up the ramp of the tow truck, flies over the entire tow truck, kind of scrapes the roof of the tow truck, I think took the light bar off, and the car launches through the air like a rocket, like 150 feet in the air. The car is airborne and then slams down on another car, and unbelievably, no one was killed.
It's pretty awesome.
But here's the update. The woman whose car was captured on video vaulting through the air over the tow truck in Georgia said she's recovering now after spending 2 weeks in the hospital.
Holy cow.
And undergoing multiple surgeries. Yeah, the woman, Tanaij, how do you say this name? Tanaijsha. Tanaija?
Sounds good.
Bruton. Yeah. She did an interview with WALB television. What is that? Is that Albany, Georgia? WALB? By the way, Michelle lived in Albany, Georgia.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, her dad is, U.S. Marine Corps, and when she was a kid, she lived in Albany, Georgia as well for a little bit. She says it really hurts. She went through multiple surgeries. I've got audio here. Listen to this. She did an interview with the TV station, and this video is some of the craziest stuff that we've seen in a long time. And then she did an interview with this local TV station.
My family didn't want to show me the video, but of course, I'm hard-headed and got on social media. One of my friends mentioned me in there, and I was like, oh, this is you. I was like, this me? This my car?
Yeah, launching through the air like a missile.
The truck was actually in the road, in the fast lane at that. Once I saw the report, they kind of put everything on me, but blaming it all on me is just outrageous because why are you in the road and the accident is on the other side? Whether it's a move over law or not, there wasn't any cones, any hazard lights, nothing at all.
Well, the tow truck had lights. There were police cars all over the place, and she's just zooming, and the tow truck was in the left fast lane, and the whole flatbed was down, and it became a ramp, and she hit it like 70 miles an hour and launches through the air.
Very traumatic. When I go to sleep, that's pretty much what I dream about. Like, it just replay over and over. Oh. Nobody expected me to make it, not even my family. They didn't expect me to make it at all.
They thought she was going to die.
Yeah, I bet.
So 2 weeks in the hospital. Now she's doing interviews with a local TV station.
And now I'm just taking it day by day because it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I can't do much. Like, I can't hold my kids. And I have a 5-month-old. Like, he has needs and I can't even pick him up.
Oh, remember? There was like a baby seat in the back of the car, and the cops were trying to figure out if there was a baby that was ejected. Remember that?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scary.
Anyway, 21 years old, and Tana, however you say her name, 21 years old. She survived 2 weeks in the hospital, so that's the follow-up. And if you haven't seen the video, it is up on mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. Go to our website and then click on videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and the video is on there. mjmorningshow.com. Look at the top, see videos mentioned, click on that, and then find the video. It's right there. But it is remarkable. It is crazy. But the woman survived, but it sounds like she's banged up, and I don't know if she's going to get back to normal. I don't think she's, moving around. I don't think she has quite the mobility yet. Hopefully she does snap back. But, the question is she going to have a case? Is she going to have a lawsuit that the tow truck, because she's claiming the accident was on the other side of the interstate and the tow truck was in the left lane on the other side? Is she going to have a potential claim here? Has she hired an attorney?
Somebody will represent her, I bet.
Oh, I don't doubt that for a minute.
Jackie Childs.
Yeah.
He's back.
Jackie Childs is back. Hey, the bear issue in the Tampa Bay area, man, it is, again, it's epidemic. The cocaine bear sightings in Lutz, in Town and Country, up in Carrollwood. Also, remember my friend over in the Dana Shores? They had a bear running through their neighborhood, captured on surveillance video in the middle of the night. Bears, this bear, black bear, walking through, again, Dana Shores.
Well, at least now we know where they're coming from.
Well, the question is the one from Dana Shores, did that bear make it over to Tampa International?
No, obviously bears are flying here from other cities.
Obviously,
from
bears.
Chicago. Yeah,
it's a Chicago bear.
Is the schedule out for the? Yeah, I think it is. The Bucs schedule is out, right?
Bears.
Yeah. Didn't I see something that the Bucs are only expected to win a couple of games this year?
You are correct. Yes.
Yeah, it is being projected that it's going to be a dismal season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Great.
Back to like the big sombrero creamsicle uniform days potentially. Now, but back over to the Tampa International story. A Florida black bear was caught on Tampa International property yesterday. Yeah, officials at Tampa International said the TSA employees spotted the bear walking along the airport perimeter fence near Hillsborough Avenue late on Tuesday. And then the TSA worker, then contacted the Hillsborough County Aviation Authority and also Florida Fish and Wildlife, and they set up a trap to capture the bear, and they did. They caught the bear overnight, yesterday morning. They tried to tranquilize the bear twice, but failed. Eventually, the bear did enter the trap. It was captured, and boom.
Now he's a rug.
Yeah, last thing we need is like a bear running in front of a Spirit Airlines plane. It's getting ready to take off from Tampa International. Yeah.
God forbid if he gets on the plane.
Does a bear poop on the runway? But again, I mean, who'd think it? I mean, what, you got the bowling? What was that, Pin Chasers? What's that bowling alley over there
Pin
on?
Chasers.
Yeah. Hey, get off the airport property. Go walk through Pin Chasers.
Go roll a few.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, again, the bear sightings are continuing. They're all over the place.
Are we sure it's not the same bear just out and about? Or is it just a bunch of them?
I think we got a bunch of bears. I don't think that the Lutz bear, the Carrollwood bear, the Town and Country bear,
well, they're not,
the Dana Shores bear, the Tampa International bear, I don't think it's all the same bear.
They're not staying together. You would think they would if it was a gang of bears. So maybe it is the same bear.
Does a bear poop in Airside D?
We should get Shorty Shane a
Oh,
bear.
no, hold on. There is no Airside D. There's A, C, E, and F. Yeah, A, C, E, F.
MJ, what do you think of this idea?
What?
A little prank. Send out Shorty Shane in a bear outfit.
Oh, man.
A little, because he's about the size of one of those.
No, he's not.
Just have him crawl
Dude,
around.
Hold on. These bears are much bigger than Shorty Shane.
All right, Fester. Put Fester in it.
Put Fester in a bear suit. have him walk through like, I don't know.
But make it a really cheesy one. A bear suit. He's him in a horrible bear suit.
That's you know what? That's pretty funny.
We got to do it quickly, though,
Hey,
because...
is that costume place still off on South Howard? Or
they don't have a bear costume.
Is Features...
Does anybody know where you can find a bear costume?
Did Features Costumes close down? It seems that I recall that Features, that they retired after like tons of years. Because for any costume you wanted, you could go to that Features Costume right off of, South Howard.
And they had good costumes?
Oh, yeah, Features. They were around for... Roxanne, are you looking up Features Costumes?
No, I'm talking to texters. Features costumes.
Yeah, look, Google quickly. That is... Froggy, that's a great idea.
Well, you want to make it a realistic bear? Because they have bear suits that look cheesy like this?
Yeah, it closed in 2014, guys. And I didn't want to say anything, but I haven't even heard of Features. So I didn't
come
even
on.
know.
Features Costumes, they were a Tampa institution for years, and I thought I recalled that they were retiring.
And if you really want to stir it up, we can get a real one like that. That's a real bear suit.
We need this. Oh, my God. Realistic wild bear mascot costume. All right, let me hold this up to MJTV.
Look at that thing.
Oh, my
that
God.
is realistic.
We need to... Oh, it said Fester out in this outfit? Oh, my God.
Someone through a drive-thru?
That would be hysterical. That'd be the funniest damn thing ever.
It's expensive.
All right, how much is this costume? $519?
Well, it's so realistic.
Oh, my, would Fester fit in that? Oh, we've got to buy this.
Let me go on Amazon and see if we can find it.
Oh, my God.
We got to do it quick because...
Yeah, but don't lose that. Yeah, with all of the bear sightings...
We got to do something.
We got to do it. We got to send Fester out. We got to put...
Look at that.
Oh, my... I love this costume.
This one's the best.
Oh, you found another one?
No, just this one. This is the perfect one.
All right, send me the link on that. We got to order that.
Okay.
$519, but that is a really good-looking bear outfit.
That would cause some...
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. We just have Fester, like, walking up through a McDonald's.
Big Mac.
he walks into the McDonald's.
And then they're like, oh, my God, this bear's talking. That's awesome.
Hey, boo-boo. How about a McFlurry? Hey, boo-boo. Gee, Yogi.
Super size.
I want a Happy Meal, Yogi. Oh, I love it, man. We got to buy that thing. We'll buy it, and I'll just I'll put the bill on.
Yeah, expense it.
I'll expense it.
Yeah, I don't want to point out the bad things that could happen.
Meanwhile,
if we did that, right?
we can't buy highlighters here. I'm sure they're gonna love a $519 bear outfit.
Yeah, what if we get an avid hunter that sees Fester in the bear outfit?
Hey, I hope the guy
he gets shot.
What did you say?
Some very bad things could happen with
What if
that
he gets
idea.
shot by a hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should make it a little more cartoony.
Yeah.
No.
The realistic bear costume is
What
too
if he's
realistic.
shot in the butt with a tranquilizer
Oh my
dart?
God. All right, we'll figure it out.
That's hysterical. All right, I wonder if the guy that hates this is listening. Yeah, there's a listener that claims that whenever I play that Ozempic jingle, that he flees and changes the station, turns us off. But I read something. Actually, there were a couple of like Ozempic stories, but One, listen to this. Listen to this headline. Ozempic makes life miserably boring, and most people quit within 2 years, according to a leading scientist who helped develop the drug.
You know what? It's kind of funny. I saw that story, and I thought to myself, I bet that would happen because Ozempic like kills your appetite, and food is really the only thing that consistently makes me happy, and that I look forward to.
But
Is eating, right?
What does it do? Make you depressed?
Well, it just you don't enjoy the taste of food, right?
Yeah, so I just took the Ozempic pen off the wall. Somebody with all of the Ozempic talk, and listen, it's Ozempic, it's Wegovy, and was it Mounjaro, right? Those are the three drugs, and these were designed as A1C reduction drugs for diabetics. But then they learned that if you take these drugs, man, you lose weight, and you can lose a lot of weight. And somebody sent me an Ozempic used pen, which I have taped to the wall behind us. And you can see it on MJTV, but I just took it off the wall, and I'm holding it up on MJTV right now. But here's the deal. Jan Yul Holst, if I'm saying his name right, it's Jens, Yen, Yul, Juul, and then Holst, Holst. He's from Denmark, and he said the drug robs users of the pleasure from food.
Oh, yeah,
and
you're right, Rox.
He said this makes life intolerable for many, leading patients to revert to old habits.
Like what drugs and like what old habits is he referring to?
No, going back to eating and putting on weight.
Doesn't any diet make you miss food?
But this actually like kills your appetite.
Well, that's the deal. Ozempic takes the pleasure out of eating and makes life so miserably boring that many people quit, according to the scientists that helped develop the drug. So listen, those that need Ozempic for diabetes, I don't know if it's the same, but those that are taking this class of drugs that are non-diabetics just to lose weight, apparently you lose interest in food or the pleasure of delicious food and the variety and the flavor, and your desire to eat goes out the window. And he claims that life becomes miserably boring after you're on Ozempic or those type of drugs for a while.
You know, there are some antidepressants that kill your appetite because they mess with the serotonin uptake in your brain or whatever, and so you're not hungry because you're sad because you're happy. But with Ozempic, it's not that it makes you happy; it just kills your appetite.
The drug makes people feel no pleasure from food by mimicking the action of the GLP-1 hormone or glucagon-like peptide number 1, regulating appetite to make somebody constantly feel full. That's how these things work. And from what I understand, the one that works best out of Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro, the Mounjaro apparently has the highest favorability, or they say that the Mounjaro works the best out of these trifecta of drugs.
I think it's like anything. I mean, I think it's great if you haven't been able to lose weight your whole life and all of a sudden you're able to. Wonderful. But you have to approach it with what lifestyle changes am I going to hold on to once I stop taking it and have an eye to not take it anymore.
Yeah, Ozempic and Wegovy have taken the U.S. by storm, according to the Daily Mail. Prescriptions are up more than 2,000% in just 3 years.
But MJ, think about it. Like,
hang on, listen to this. 230,000 prescriptions a year in 2019 to more than 5 million prescriptions just last year alone. Yes, Rox, you were saying?
Okay. For instance, right now, I'm very happy talking with you guys. We're laughing. We're having a good time. But I'm very much thinking about my apple and cinnamon oatmeal that I'm going to get during the next break. And then, you know, what else?
Excited about that oatmeal, huh? That is exciting.
MJ, what do you look forward to?
MJ's a piggy. He looks forward to all foods.
That's what I'm saying. Like, food just brings people so much pleasure.
It does.
In general. It doesn't have to mean you're obsessed with it.
I could do with or without
But listen,
Really?
you have people that are foodies, but then I've known people that they don't care about food. And they're not jamming Ozempic
Yeah, I
or
think-
Wegovy or Manjaro shots in their thigh.
I think Michael is one of them. Froggy is one of them.
Did you call me Michael?
What are you doing? It's Froggy.
Froggy. This is Michael. You, my
We
mommy?
never call him by his real name.
I don't know.
Michael.
Yeah, Mom?
Michael.
Mom, what? What'd I do?
Michael.
Michael Phillip? Yeah. I don't know, MJ. I'm the kind of guy who could just eat a turkey sandwich and be fine with it.
No, like I said, I've known people that just are not foodies. They just don't care.
That's me. I don't care. Like, I could just eat whatever. Like, I had a cup of noodles, 2 nights ago for dinner.
Okay, that's weird.
Why is that weird?
To not care.
And then you have my sister-in-law who's a chef, and she'll make a sandwich for an hour just to eat it in 5 minutes.
And speaking of these drugs, this is kind of an easy segue. The Food and Drug Administration is warning people that there's no such thing as generic Ozempic or Wegovy.
Really?
Yeah, the FDA is warning consumers to steer clear of weight loss drugs sold through compounding pharmacies, some of which are brazenly being marketed as generic Ozempic and Wegovy. The move shows the intensity of the frenzy over the two Novo Nordisk drugs, which use the same active ingredient, semaglutide. Now, I know that bodybuilders, I believe, have been taking how do you say the damn thing?
Semaglutide.
Semaglutide.
Okay.
But apparently the FDA is noting in the warning there are no generic versions of these drugs. Of the actual drug, Ozempic and Wegovy, there are no generic versions. Yeah, products are being offered by some pharmacies and weight loss clinics. They might not work, could be dangerous. So this is a message from the Food and Drug Administration of the United States government. Thank you for watching our weekly newsreel. So there you go. And then speaking of drugs, guess who's getting crap for endorsing a drug?
Who? Shaq.
Celebrity.
Okay.
Musician.
Okay, one more.
Oh.
Rah, 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 rah.
Oh, Lady Gaga.
Oh, Katy Perry?
Lady Gaga. Yeah, Lady Gaga is getting a load of crap because she's promoting Pfizer's migraine drug Nurtec. Why would they give Lady Gaga? First of all, I like Lady Gaga. I've always liked Lady. I'm a closet. I'm not a closet. No, I'm out of the closet.
Name 2 songs.
I'm an out of the closet Lady Gaga's. Bad Romance, and I don't know if I can name a second one.
Okay. Well, you're a fan. Just say you're a fan of the meat dress.
Poker Face.
Shallow.
Poker Face and right. Those are 2.
Yeah,
I just named 2. So Poker Face and Bad Romance.
How about Butt Face Symphony? That's a hidden track.
Well, that's Bittersweet Symphony.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hey, Andrew, can you give me some Lady Gaga? Yeah, give me some Poker Face and give me some Bad Romance, would you please?
Ra ra
ra ra ra ra ra ra.
Zumba zumba da da. We sound stupid.
What?
We sound stupid.
Face. And what do you say? Bittersweet Symphony? No, that's not a Lady Gaga song. That's The Verve, which that's a great song. Hey, can you give me some Bittersweet Symphony?
No. You just like the stupid symphony. Listen to that.
It's riveting.
It's riveting?
The beginning of Bittersweet Symphony, this song, it's mesmerizing. It's soothing.
I like Lady Gaga's Butt Sweat Symphony better.
Butt Sweat Symphony?
The hidden track.
You get some. Listen, I can't move on until I hear some Bittersweet Symphony. Come on, Andrew.
We need those strings.
Yeah.
Andrew, please.
Well, all right. So I guess All right. So Lady Gaga is getting crap because she's promoting Pfizer's migraine drug Nurtec.
What's the matter with that?
I have no problem with this.
As a sufferer, I have no problem with it either.
It's a paid partnership with Pfizer. And some of her fans are saying, oh, it's cringy. And they're accusing Lady Gaga of selling out for money. Listen to this. Someone wrote a message online. Girl, what the hell happened to you that you're like this and care about money this way and nothing else anymore?
Girl.
Not the person who used to say, I bleeping hate money in 2009. What? WTF is wrong with Gaga.
When did she say she hates money?
How come our mother monster would do a sponsor for medicine? This is insane. I think they meant insane.
Okay.
Now, does Lady Gaga, does she have migraines?
She better.
I mean, that would make total sense if Lady Gaga. Now, listen, it would make more sense if Lady Gaga suffers from migraines and is doing the Nurtec ad. Can you look that up, Rox, quickly?
Well, some other breaking news related to Lady Gaga has just crossed my desk.
Yeah,
oh, my God, what happened?
Let's go to the Lady Gaga breaking news desk, ladies and gentlemen.
Roxanne Cronkite.
Let's go right now, lady. All right, stand by. Let's go to network. This is an NBC News special report. Fester Dolt is on vacation with his mother-in-law, so...
Roxanne Brokaw.
Well, I have some breaking news, but I don't know if it's breaking news or just something I'm about to blurt from a texter.
I've never heard Tom Brokaw talk like this.
Ask MJ if he has seen the video of Lady Gaga getting vomited on by another girl while she is performing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
That's a thing?
Is that new or is that old?
It's relatively old, but it is entertaining.
Hell, where are you going?
I don't know. I was going to bring it up for you.
All right, hold on. Let me close out the phone screen.
It is a good video.
If it was vomit related.
Oh, but what is it from?
Don't ask me.
Lady Gaga got thrown up on? Roxanne, can you do me a favor? Can you look and see?
Yes.
Does Lady Gaga suffer from migraines? And would that change things? If Lady Gaga is doing ads for Pfizer's Nurtec migraine drug, it would make total sense if she did have migraines and she takes the drug. It's like Cyndi Lauper.
Okay, first of all.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe she does have migraines.
Okay.
But then I'm getting some text messages from people who do not like her doing that just because they don't like Big Pharma. So that's what it is.
But guess what?
Against Big Pharma.
Big Pharma makes some good drugs that really help people out.
Are you ready for this?
All right, so this is Lady Gaga getting vomited on?
I can't remember if she's doing the vomiting.
How old is this? Oh, no, she's so...
Oh, yeah, that's...
They're inducing. Come on a minute.
Wait, watch. It's great. Turn it up.
What is this? Why? What? What am I watching?
When is that from?
Here comes more.
That looks... Oh, come on, that's not... Is that really Lady Gaga?
Yeah, she's drumming. Lady Gaga's drumming. And she's letting the girl vomit on her chest, which is kind of hot.
All right,
was it my imagination, or did I just see a flash, or was that like bright green vomit?
I don't know.
Who knows if it's real?
Guys, I don't want to talk about this.
Roxanne, why would you bring up something so disgusting?
Right, Roxanne, what's the matter with you? All right, so does Lady Gaga have migraines?
Yes, she does. Debilitating.
So what's the problem with Lady Gaga doing a Nurtec migraine drug ad? I've got no problem with that. Leave Lady Gaga alone. Leave her alone.
Maybe they're saying, like, she's not a sufferer. It'd be like me.
Alone.
It'd be like me endorsing, like, small wiener pills. I mean, obviously that's a lie.
Come,
right?
Froggy, why is everything wiener with you? Stop. You're sick. Stop it.
It's the first time I've said this all day.
Oh, great. Yeah, once a show, Froggy's got to get some wiener thing in. All right, so anyway, fans are angry at the mother monster Lady Gaga. Come on, get a life. And I mentioned, like, Cyndi Lauper, for instance. You know, Cyndi Lauper of, girls just want to have fun time after time.
And not have psoriasis.
Yeah. So Cyndi Lauper, she did commercials for Cosentyx. And Cosentyx that's a psoriasis drug, right?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. Right? That's her ailment.
I have no problem with Cyndi Lauper doing, if she's got psoriasis, I've got no problem with her doing commercials.
It's like Stevie Wonder promoting, like, LASIK surgery.
Stop.
Just doesn't work.
What are you saying?
Speaking of psoriasis, I got some new eczema medicine yesterday, and it's supposed to work.
That is
so we'll
awesome.
see.
Thank you for sharing.
Roxanne, for what eczema medicine would you like? Why don't you do a commercial right now? What's the name of the drug?
I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
Is it a prescription?
It is a prescription, yes.
So
it's just
who-
a funny named thing.
Who
So
prescribed it to you?
the person at my dermatology
Okay,
office.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
And you don't know the name of the drug?
No.
But it's brand new?
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up later today.
Hold on. But it's a brand new drug, just came on the market?
It's
Or
something I've never used
Okay.
before.
All right. You don't know the name of it?
No, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I just say, okay, I'll pick it up.
All right. We have an update on the whole Wheel of Fortune matter. And I'll tell you what, the chatter of Ryan Seacrest becoming the new Pat Sajak is getting a little louder. Listen, I don't watch Wheel of Fortune anyway, but I'm going to tell you right now, if Ryan Seacrest is the new host of Wheel of Fortune, I am never, ever, 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 ever going to watch Wheel of Fortune.
Dude,
I just find the guy to be such a dullard, you know?
It's too much. He's way overexposed.
Yeah.
And he's not even worth being exposed.
I mean, those are big shoes to fill.
The only
So-
good thing he ever did was date that immaculate Julianne Hough. That's it.
Well, we
Which
told
is
you,
amazing to me.
I think it was yesterday was Wednesday. And then I think even on Tuesday we had a mention about, there were rumors swirling that Ryan Seacrest is in talks with the producers of Wheel of Fortune since Pat Sajak announced that he's going to retire after this upcoming season, season 41. And hey, here's TMZ. TMZ yesterday. So, hey, we're ahead of the curve here, folks. So TMZ reported that Ryan Seacrest is a candidate to take over the reins from outgoing Pat Sajak as the next host of Wheel of Fortune.
Why?
We've learned the discussions are in the very early stages. Well, hopefully they stay there. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ Ryan is an option to replace Pat Sajak, and he's been talking to Sony about potentially taking over. We're told Ryan has some time in his schedule now to possibly make this work. Oh, Ryan Seacrest's schedule is so crazy.
Guys, I have 2 hours a day I can give you.
I'll tell you what. I would love to be the new host of Wheel of Fortune, and I'll tell you what. We'll tell you the puzzle. We'll solve the puzzle right after the break. Right?
Next.
Yeah.
On Weekdays. America's Top 40. I have too many jobs.
It's too much.
Here's an idea, Ryan. Get a life!
All right, now listen to this.
Tired of him.
TMZ reports that Ryan Seacrest was a longtime pal of the late Merv Griffin.
Oh, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Very interesting. So no,
probably killed him.
There's a picture. There's a picture of Ryan Seacrest, like in, what is he, like 12 in this picture? And his hands are on Merv Griffin's shoulders. There's an image. I'm not making this up.
That's crazy.
I'll hold this up right now to MJTV.
I want to be like you one day,
I wonder if
Merv.
he's sucking the power out of him with his hands like that.
I'm holding the picture up on MJTV right now, and literally it's Ryan Seacrest in a full embrace with both hands embracing Merv Griffin's shoulders.
Okay, so this guy had a lot of connections then before he got in the business.
Hey, Merv, I'm just going to hold this pillow over your face, okay? I'm Ryan Seacrest as a kid.
I don't think Ryan Seacrest smothered Merv Griffin to
I think
death.
an investigation is due.
Yeah, Andrew.
Along with Ryan and possibly Whoopi throwing their hats in the ring, is there any truth to the rumor that Hal has thrown his hat in the ring?
Ooh, good
I'll talk to
question.
him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new host of Wheel of Fortune.
It's me, Hal Herman.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Hal Herman.
Thank you very much. I could just shut up. What's all this? Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. Spin the wheel. Where can I put my bottle of booze? Just hide it under a desk. MJ, I was thinking it might be a really cool horror movie if there's a movie about Ryan Seacrest and he killed all the classic hosts somehow, murdered them. Like Casey Kasem,
Ryan Seacrest,
Dick Clark. Who else did he replace? Pat. He's going to kill Pat Sajak.
Oh, he'll kill Bob Barker.
Bob Barker.
Oh, don't say.
And he kills them all
Trebek.
to take their jobs.
Oh my God.
We could call it.
Did Ryan Seacrest kill Alex Trebek? Alex. Did he kill Alex Trebek?
No, but he killed Casey Kasem.
And Dick Clark.
That's 100% that.
All right, quick break, folks. You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105. We have more Foreigner and Loverboy tickets to give away. So we're about to launch the 9 o'clock hour. So, of course, we have the big, huge must-hear story at 9:10 this morning. Don't miss one of the greatest stories of the day, 9:10 this morning. And we'll also give away Foreigner and Loverboy tickets on the way momentarily on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, I've got additional celebrity crap we got to get to. Oh, and the Olive Garden server story. We need to talk about this because this is not right. There's an Olive Garden story involving a server, and I think this is problematic. I don't think that, I think it's theft. Let's deal with this when we get back as well. So a lot of stuff in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Weather tight windows. Cyndi Lauper, exposing herself. Well, I don't mean like,
Whoa.
dropping her pants or something. No,
Please
but
don't.
she has the psoriasis thing, right? She did the Cosentyx commercial. And again, if you missed it earlier, we were talking about Lady Gaga, and some of her fans are all pissed off that she's doing Nurtec migraine ads for Pfizer. Oh, selling out to Big Pharma. Well, folks, if Big Pharma has a drug that helps people out, then, you can't take like lion's mane and toadwort, and some, ground.
Ginkgo biloba.
Whatever. Sorry, but
Ashwatthanga?
all this like natural stuff doesn't take care of all the ailments that we as human beings have. All right, MJ Morning Show on Q105. It's 9 o'clock exactly, so welcome to the 9 o'clock hour here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. We've got Foreigner and Loverboy tickets to give away in just a bit, so sometime this hour, we'll give away free concert tickets if you want to see Foreigner and Loverboy July 9th at the Amphitheater. That's coming up. Also, the big must-hear story at 9:10. And it has to do with the Olive Garden situation involving a server. And I've got a problem with this. I think that this is really problematic. So that's coming up at 9:10. Our big 9:10 must-hear item is on the way in just a bit. So, Roxanne, just a moment ago, unnaturally, you were trying to jump in the middle of my sentence. So go ahead.
Very unnaturally.
Yes.
I don't try to hijack this show very often. I know you have your own recipe. I know.
First of all, can you say often and not often?
Often.
Yeah, can you make the T silent, please?
I'd like to say often.
Yeah, I don't.
Often, I do.
Yeah.
Often.
Okay.
Rhymes with coffin. Okay, so I
No, it doesn't, because coffin is not cough-10.
Well, the way you say often.
Way you say
it,
the way
does.
I say it. The way often rhymes with yes.
All right. I don't try to just insert my stories in here, but I did send you something the other day and you haven't addressed it, and I really want you to talk about it. So if it's not on the list today, I'm going to be upset. I'll give you a hint. Because I think it's an important PSA.
You're having trouble doing number one?
No.
You should try Flomax.
No.
Flomax. Hey, I took some of that.
Yeah, that's a good stuff.
I took some Flomax with the kidney stone deal.
Open you right up.
Yeah.
No, that's a hissing snake. And I want to talk about
the copperhead deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I've done even more research, and I'm very perplexed.
All right, so you think this is breaking news? You think this is a public service announcement?
I just don't want it to get cold. I want this is a hot story right now.
All right, go ahead. Hijack the show. Go ahead.
Give it to us.
So I was talking to some friends the other day.
Yep.
And they live in the West Chase Golf Course area. And they were talking to someone who works near there who knew someone who was attacked by a copperhead snake while they were looking for their golf ball on the West Chase Golf Course.
Oh, it would make more sense if they were playing at Copperhead and they were bitten by a copperhead.
Well,
that's scary.
He had to be hospitalized for like 4 days.
Are you serious?
Yes, and then supposedly...
So hold on. Somebody was bitten by a copperhead?
Looking for their ball.
At West Chase?
Right.
Really?
Did they live?
They were, again, this is
They
maybe
were bitten
hearsay.
on their ball?
No, they were looking for their ball.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry.
In the woods.
Right.
And got bit by the snake. And then another person.
I didn't know we had copperheads here.
That's the thing. That's why I'm bringing it up. They told me, my friends told me that they're seeing more copperheads because the weather is so dry. But everything I've Googled, copperheads are in like the panhandle. They're not down in this region. They're not in Central Florida. So I don't know if other people have seen copperheads. I'm just putting the warning out there. If it is drier and it's bringing copperheads to us, watch out for them. And then another guy got the venom on his shirt and it like burned through his shirt. So I guess their venom is like pretty venomy.
Sounds like it.
Acidy.
Hold on. Andrew just said in my ear that we may know it as a water moccasin. I thought that a water moccasin is totally a separate snake from a copperhead.
Yes, true.
Well, how do you know? Were you a snake expert over here?
I actually am.
Are you sure? Is that? I always thought that a water moccasin was a totally separate snake than a copperhead. And you're saying that is affirmative? That's correct?
That is affirmative.
So I've made a true statement.
I believe you have. I'll Google it, but I'm pretty sure of that. Pretty certain. Pretty 99% 2% certain.
Who do you think your YouTube star, Coyote Peterson?
Who the hell is that?
Oh, that guy's great. He gets bit by every animal. He's been bit by all the.
How about a black mamba like in the Quentin Tarantino movie?
Yeah.
How about that?
You know what, Andrew, not to, just challenge your snake knowledge, but what you're confusing with copperhead is another C word, cottonmouth.
Oh, a cottonmouth.
The water moccasin and the cottonmouth are the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
A copperhead is different.
All right, so Andrew was incorrect. All right, look, all the phones, you can hear the phones ringing in the producer's booth. People are probably trying to call up to correct Andrew. All right, you got the MJ Morning Show at 9:05. Welcome, folks. I have an email that I'd like to share, and apparently I did not answer the original email, so I had Mike Flowers, a listener of ours, follow up. Hello, MJ. Is this passive-aggressive? Hello, MJ. Second try here. Not sure if you received my original email, but in case you didn't, I have resent it. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mike. Listen, I'm sorry if I didn't see your original email. Actually, I did, and I meant to respond, but I forgot. So I usually do respond. I'm a little behind on email, so I will try to get to the email later on. So hang on. All right, this is the thank you. I just sneezed and I just did it off the air so you didn't have to hear me. All right, so Mike writes, "Hi MJ. First of all, big fan. Been listening since I was younger, living in Tampa, now living in Dallas. I usually am not up early enough to hear the show live."
Thanks a lot.
Listen, Dallas is only an hour back. I mean, really?
Come on.
All right. So I listened to the podcast. Anyway, I had a random question that maybe you could take calls on if you're interested. My daughter and I will actually be traveling to Tampa this summer for a couple of weeks, and I cannot figure out what to put my AC on while we're gone. I have a programmable thermostat, but the Texas heat creeping up to the high 90s. I don't want to leave it on, yet don't want a crazy high electric bill either. We live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. Any opinions? I'm not a frequent traveler, so I have no idea. Again, love the show. Thanks for taking the time to read this. I appreciate Fester, Froggy, and Roxanne as well. Y'all keep me laughing daily. Thank you, Mike Flowers.
Aw.
Former Tampa Bay resident, now living in Dallas. Well, Mike, I'm glad you wrote in.
What a lovely name.
Thank you, Mike Flowers.
So pretty.
So, Mike, I'm glad you wrote in. And, yes, I have a suggestion. I would leave the thermostat on 78. 78 degrees, I think, is that's what I do. When we go on vacation, I leave the thermostats in the house on 78. And you know what? That has served me well. If anyone would like to dispute my 78, feel free to call in at 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I think if you get closer to 80, I think that's just too warm. Yeah, I think 78 is just a good temperature to leave it at.
Yeah.
I think that's too, I remember when I was a kid, like during the energy crisis, it was like, oh yeah, keep your thermostats at 78. I'm sorry, in the summertime, that's too freaking hot.
Yeah, too hot.
Yeah. So I like a house to be, like my house, we keep it, well, Michelle, it's really weird because we've flipped. We've had like a polar shift, like with the pole shift. So I used to love the air conditioning extra, extra cold, and Michelle used to complain. And now it's Michelle that runs the AC crazy high in the house. But
Tell you how times change, huh?
So listen, I like the fact that I believe I like 74, 75.
For a daytime temp?
Yeah, for a hot day. But, Mike, I would leave the thermostat at 78 when you fly to Tampa Bay and come on back home and hang out. That's what I would suggest.
Mike, thank you for such intriguing questions. Where to put my AC?
Hey,
Thank you, Mike.
We do it all here on the MJ Morning Show, folks. We do it all. Hey, there are more problems with this stupid TikTok kick the door in challenge. I mean, again, we've had numerous cases here in the Tampa Bay area. We've had cases across Florida. And now here's a story that after a bit of a hiatus where it appears that it was slowing down, we have a group of teens here in Florida that are pulling pranks and kicking in people's front doors. A group of teens here in Florida accused of pulling this stupid prank. They put on masks and they kick in front doors in the middle of the night.
You're going to get shot in the face.
Yeah, you are. My wife was having a panic attack at the time because she was just absolutely distraught, said Jeffrey Gibson. He's a prank victim. Did an interview with Fox 35 in Orlando. This happened on Tuesday, a couple of days ago, just after midnight at his home over in Deltona. Video stunt was captured on the Ring security camera doorbell. A shirtless teenager with a T-shirt obscuring his face. So, like the T-shirt was pulled up to cover his face. They kicked in the Gibson's front door. Then they fled in a getaway vehicle. The homeowner reportedly ran to the front door hearing the commotion and initially didn't realize that it was a gag, that it's a stupid, like, TikTok challenge. Tell you what, why don't you try keep doing that challenge, and, you know, you're going to have the homeowner shotgun to your face challenge. Let's put that on TikTok.
Yeah.
With your face looking like meatloaf. How about that? Have to get shot with a 12 gauge.
The singer?
No.
Oh,
anyway, listen, so I hope this is not having a resurgence because the whole kick in the door challenge, it was hot for a bit and then it cooled off a little bit. And now here it is. Listen, school's out for summer and listen, don't be a dummy and talk to your kids about this. Talk to your grandkids about this. I mean, this ought to be an ongoing discussion about just like TikTok in general and these stupid viral video stunts and these dumb challenges.
Do you remember the guy I showed you a couple weeks ago that drank, or was it last week, the bleach?
Oh, the bleach
drinker?
guy, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
He did a new stunt.
Oh, geez. What is he doing now?
You want to know what he did?
No. What did he do?
He chugged an entire bottle of rubbing alcohol.
That's not true.
Yes, because he lights it on fire before he does it. Look, watch.
No, it could have been regular. It doesn't mean it's rubbing alcohol. Maybe it's vodka. He's not drinking a whole. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's chugging a bottle of isopropyl alcohol, but I bet you there's vodka in there.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
I can't believe he's still alive from the bleach.
All right. It's 9:11. I'm sorry, running a little late. Time now for the big 9:10 big story. Can't miss this. This has to do with Olive Garden and a server, and I think I've got a problem with this.
Now, didn't a months ago we do a story of Olive Garden and they were forcing their servers to upsell the people on alcohol?
That was like 2 years ago, wasn't that?
It was a while ago. I mean, how many Olive Garden service stores are we going to do?
Sometime in the last couple of years, we did a story about Olive Garden being pushed to, or employees at Olive Garden being pushed to upsell. I mean, and they allegedly they instruct their servers to really push alcohol. Why? Because alcohol has the highest profit margin in the house. House run. Yes.
House run.
That is correct. I say here's another Olive Garden story.
Please.
This is a former Olive Garden server is telling folks how she doubled her tips. So I wonder if this is why they're a former Olive Garden server. She doubled her tips by...
I thought you said something else first. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
What did you think I said?
Take a guess.
She went from an A cup to a D cup?
I thought I was like, I don't think he can say that.
That's one of the words.
I didn't say that. I said doubled her tips.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So this is not acceptable. She would give the tables that she was waiting on free dessert. Hey, guys, dessert's on me. And would give... That's theft from the company.
Yeah, how long did she get away with that?
Well, that's a good question. Tyus Rodriguez, 21, did an interview with Insider, the website, and she said she worked for 2 years at Olive Garden here in Florida. We don't know exactly where, which location, but she worked for Olive Garden here in Florida. Well, they're based out of Florida. Isn't Olive Garden's owned by Darden, right? And
you tell me.
Darden, aren't they Olive Garden, Red Lobster? And
I'll Google it.
Yeah. Did they just buy Capital Grill or something? They just bought something I thought I read where there were.
Ruth Chris.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Darden just bought Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. That's right. So now that's going to be part of that conglomerate.
I refuse to say the apostrophe S in Ruth Chris.
It's Ruth's.
I know.
It's not Ruth Chris's. It's Ruth's Chris. So Ruth is possessing the Chris.
I realize that.
So it's Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. All right. So this woman stole from the company. So she was giving free desserts to her tables, and that's the way she was jacking up her tips. I said tips. Not a push-up bra reference, okay?
I wasn't the only one. Texters asked too.
No, they didn't.
I swear.
All right, so Tyus Rodriguez, she said, she gave customers free dessert all the time to boost her own profits. She claims she got the idea after she and a group of friends tipped a fellow server much higher than the 20% after they received a free dessert at a different restaurant. Rodriguez said that she asked her customers if they've ever tried the restaurant's cheesecake, and if they said no, she'd bring them a free one. She said that she would sometimes see a 40 or 50% tip for doing so. But she's ripping the company off. She's stealing from the company.
Yeah, that is stealing. Yes.
Yeah, technically it's stealing because she's enriching herself,
okay,
jacking up her tips, but taking a food item from the restaurant without charging the customer for it.
Let me ask this question. How
That's like backing the car up to the back door. You ever read Kitchen Confidential?
Read? The chef's. Oh yeah.
Listen.
Oh, the chef, Anthony Bourdain.
Yes, Anthony Bourdain.
No, never read it.
Kitchen Confidential. You know, one of the things he talks about is all the pilferage that goes on in the restaurant business. The employees that steal the food. And he's talking about, late at night, they back the car up to the back door of the restaurant, and lobster tails and steaks are just being tossed into the trunk of the car.
Sounds good.
Yeah, listen, product loss, that's a big deal. And talk about cutting into your profit margin and jamming up your food costs.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Question. When is it appropriate? I would like to know from restaurateurs, restaurant owners or managers, when is it okay for your server to offer the free dessert?
Maybe if there's a problem. Maybe if the food took too long. If there was some kind of an issue.
Maybe.
And you say, hey, folks, I'm sorry for this or that. Hey, I'm going to offer you guys free dessert.
It's kind of a gray area because I feel like you could, that server who we're reading about, she could be like, well, it took a little bit more time getting the food out or.
But a lot of times, keep in mind that in a situation like that, the server will get permission from the manager for doing that. But I think this is theft. I think she stole from the company.
She's a big old thief.
Yeah, Rodriguez, excuse me. What?
You're coughing all over me.
Rodriguez insisted that she never worried about her trick being illegal as she watched Olive Garden managers give away free desserts and bottles of wine to unsatisfied guests. But that's the difference. You make a situation right if something is unsatisfactory to a guest, but if everything has gone right and you just want to jam up your tips and offer them a free dessert, that's not like a manager or a server getting permission and making things right by offering a customer something free because something went wrong during the meal. So they should have arrested her.
Jeez.
For real.
How much? Seriously. How many times did she do this? How much free cheesecake did she give away? Man, if you're a restaurateur, man, this is the last thing you want to hear. That you got the employees just giving away stuff for free. Food costs are high enough these days. The whole COVID thing, the whole inflation thing has jammed up food costs. Inflation's been out of control. So I don't condone this at all. I think this is illegal. I think she was stealing from Olive Garden. I think that they ought to, find her. They ought to put Olive Garden police and security on this. And listen, her name is Tyus Rodriguez. Find her and claw it back. Go to the surveillance video. How many free pieces of cheesecake did she give out over 2 years?
Jeez, I can only imagine. She's the cheesecake queen.
She is.
I wonder how much money she made.
Sorry for the cheesy story. Oh, did you see this? Now we're finding out that the armorer.
I didn't see this.
Oh, my God. This is insane. The armorer that Hannah Gutierrez Reed, and when I say that name, an armorer, what's the immediate thing that comes to mind?
No.
No. And?
Alec Baldwin.
And?
The name of the movie that I forgot.
Rust. Yep, Rust.
Well, Rust.
Listen to what's just come out. The armorer apparently was hungover.
Oh, no.
She was all liquored up and loaded up the night before, and then she's handling, the prop guns and supposedly the blank rounds. So now prosecutors out in New Mexico are saying that she was hungover. Did that contribute to the mix-up of having real bullets in Alec Baldwin's gun that he fired? He claims he never pulled the trigger. The experts say impossible. And, of course, that bullet hit the, assistant director and then hit the cinematographer. It killed the cinematographer.
Well, I have a legal question, and I know you were married to a lawyer, and I hope you have the answer.
Hold on. Did you say I'm married to a lawyer or that I was married to a lawyer?
No, you're married to a lawyer. Or is she still a lawyer? I don't even know. And your daughter might be a lawyer?
Yes.
So I'd expect you to have the answer.
My wife, Michelle, is still a lawyer and a member of the Florida Bar.
Interesting.
Yes.
Now, it is not illegal to be hungover, is it?
That's a great question.
I don't think it's
now,
illegal.
She wasn't drunk.
I don't think it's criminally illegal to be.
So what are we talking about?
I think you could be civilly liable if you've got a job where you're responsible for gun handling on a movie set and you're hungover.
Okay.
And it precludes you doing your job right if you can't think straight.
Interesting.
So I
How
don't
about
think
this?
I don't think necessarily that might be criminal, but that's certainly grounds for civil.
What's the difference between
Woo! Da, 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 da. All right, go ahead.
between that
Yeah.
and say you have food poisoning and you're on the toilet all night? And the next day you got to be an armorer on Rust, but you've been up all night, you've been on the floor, you're sweaty, you're hot, you're dehydrated.
Wait.
You're worse than hungover.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Are you criminally charged for being hungover from dutying all night? You know what I'm saying?
Froggy, stop.
Now I'm gonna.
I have a real question.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate or the other attorney.
Right.
Think about the last time you were really hungover.
Yeah.
How poor were you at your job? Right.
He's
Pretty
never
bad.
been hungover for the job.
Well, I was on the oxys. After the lithotripsy from my kidney stone, I was on oxys. Remember?
No, he was high on the job.
No, I was a little loopy. I don't think I was high. I was a little loopy.
Yeah, you were actually impaired on the job.
Hannah's attorney, Jason Bowles, told TMZ the prosecution has so mishandled this case, and the case is so weak that they're now resorting to character assassination tactics to further taint the jury pool. This investigation and prosecution has not been about seeking justice for them. It's been about finding a convenient scapegoat. And they're claiming that the release of this information from prosecutors that the armorer on that movie set Rust was hungover.
Put her hanger. Throw the book at her.
All right, when we get back, we got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. We'll also give away Foreigner and Loverboy tickets, so stand by to call in for those. We have a couple of additional celebrity things. I have an airplane issue, which we must discuss. And did you hear about the priest that walked into the taqueria?
Was this the beginning of a joke?
No. It's a teaser. It's a story coming up. Right. So if you haven't heard about the priest that walks into a taqueria, you got to hear this next. This is also pretty bizarre, and it's all next. Don't move on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. right, here we go. It is the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105 at 9:31. And yes, momentarily I shall give away the Foreigner and Loverboy tickets for the AMP concert on July 9th. So stand by, get your fingers ready, but not yet. And we're happy to give you tickets if you're the correct caller in just a few minutes. So, a priest walks into a taqueria. It does sound like a joke, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It's not. This is a bizarre story. This happened up in Northern California, and there is a taqueria that is under investigation because they brought in a priest to get their workers to confess about all the sins that they had committed in the workplace. What the hell?
Weird.
Is this not bizarre? Taqueria Garibaldi in Sacramento. Didn't you live in Sacramento or something?
No.
Oh, Bakersfield.
Close. I lived in Bakersfield.
Yeah,
yes.
oh, they're both pits.
Armpits.
Aren't they both? Isn't Sacramento a pit as well?
It is. It's a hot pit.
Bakersfield.
Is a desert that smells like a valley that smells like meth.
So Taqueria Garibaldi in Sacramento was already under investigation by the Wage and Hour Department when its owner, Eduardo Hernandez, offered the services of a priest to employees, only for the restaurant's Catholic workers to describe the experiences unlike any confession they'd ever experienced. I found the conversation to be strange and unlike normal confessions. Instead of confessing to what she wanted to confess about, the priest informed this woman that he would be asking her questions to get the sins out of me. What the hell?
It sounds like they're going to get some stuff to bribe them. I mean, to blackmail them, right?
Have you ever worked in a place where like there was something just overtly, uncomfortably religious? And I'm not like talking about working for Pat Robertson at the 700 Club or something.
Not that I can recall. That usually doesn't happen in news, right?
Is that not weird, though?
Yeah, that's very weird.
The owner brings in a priest and wants the workers to confess the sins that they've committed while they're on the job? What they put too much pork in one of the tacos?
Well, we know Fester's confessions would be all about swiping all the Splenda and sugar packets and cream packets.
Yeah. And Froggy, you were about to say what?
I was an altar boy for 8 years, and those priests are those religious people. They like that stuff. I take it this guy was a big religious guy.
They like what?
They like to, the sins. And
What are you saying?
Have you ever been to confession?
No, I'm not Catholic.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I have. And it's very awkward.
Because you're a Catholic.
Yeah, and it's very awkward. Okay. So did they take them to a little room? Usually you do it in a little booth. Where did they go, to the porta potty to do it? The bathroom? Meet me in the stall?
The priest dragged in a porta john into the parking lot.
So I have a question
So
about
awkward.
I have a question about confession because I was raised Episcopalian, and that is light Catholic. So when you do confession, it's more of just a prayer. But Froggy, when you went as an altar boy to confess, what if you don't have anything to confess?
I always confess to my self-manipulation. And the priest was like,
What? What?
Well, you're
No, you didn't.
Of course I did. It was a sin. I can't be doing that as an altar boy. And I did it.
Are you serious?
But of course, you have to say that. You'd be like,
oh my God.
Have you touched your wiener lately, Michael?
Stop it.
Like,
What's
Father.
wrong with you? Stop it.
Actually, yes, Father.
Stop it.
You don't know how it's
He
like
never-
confession.
He never asked that.
No, but that you have to bring it up, which is tough. Anything else, Michael? So you slapped your sister. Okay. Anything else, Michael? And I go, all right. I've been tubing it.
All right.
Jeffrey Tubin.
I just dumped that.
Jeffrey Tubin.
What is the matter with you? Let's give away the... I apologize, folks.
Sorry. It's a true story, though.
Froggy sometimes gets a little out of hand.
Sorry.
All right, let's give away Foreigner and Loverboy tickets right now. Let's go with caller number 30. Caller 30 right now. You want to go see Foreigner and Loverboy at the AMP on July 9th? Got your tickets, baby, right here. Let's go. Caller 30, 800-990-1047. If you're the 30th caller, you've got tickets. Foreigner, Loverboy, caller number 30, 800-990-1047. Good luck. I didn't get a chance. For some reason, I didn't get a hold of this story for yesterday's show or the day before. I had this in the pile, and for whatever reason, I didn't put it into the stack of things to do on the show. But this is bizarre. A Delta flight from JFK, New York to Los Angeles last weekend made an unscheduled landing in Utah because of technical problems. So just before the plane made an emergency landing, one of the plane's slides deploys inside the plane while it's still flying in the air.
Oh,
whoa.
It went inward?
Oh, and
Yeah.
it smashed into a flight attendant that was right there sitting in the jump seat next to the door and flung her like across the cabin.
Oh my God, it's like a scene out of a comedy.
Yeah, so it's like an inverted inflation?
My God. Yeah, these things are supposed to inflate, outside the airplane in case of a water landing, right?
Yeah, how did it go? Is this a malfunction, I imagine?
Or I guess even in a non-water landing, if there's an emergency, you need to evacuate and then just, slide down the slides. So the slide deployed inside the airplane. That's crazy. Yeah, a crew member was hit unexpectedly by the exploding air slide and taken to the hospital. This is a Delta Boeing 767-300 en route from LAX to JFK with 168 passengers. When the aircraft's pilot announced the plane would need to land in Salt Lake City due to technical difficulty. Let me tell you right now that I like Delta. Delta is my number one go-to airline. But these 767-300s, these planes are in some cases 30, 32 years old. These planes are old. Michelle and I, we flew when we went to see Chloe in Scotland back in March. We flew a Delta 767-300 from JFK nonstop to Edinburgh in Scotland. And, man, those 767-300s are ratty. On the flight back, we had a Delta 1 seat, and it was like Delta 2 because it was like I think sitting in poo might have been better. No, I'm serious. It was just the cabin was just beat up. Michelle's tray table didn't work. She had to use a pillow in her lap to hold her food tray. There was duct tape holding the seats together. It was just nasty. So, these older Boeing 767-300s in Delta, they're past their prime.
What's the perfect age for what age does a plane get to where it starts to decrease in safety?
2.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. No.
I was going to say.
No.
That's frightening.
No. But
maybe 10 years?
But can you imagine your flight attendant and the slide goes and it blows up in your face?
Did she get smashed against the side of the plane?
Yeah, she had to be taken to the hospital.
Oh, that's awesome.
That sucks.
And it does suck, yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. So they had one technical issue, and then the thing just deploys inside the cabin before they even make the emergency landing.
Yikes.
Yeah, they were en route from LAX or from JFK to LAX. And I guess a backup temperature instrument was not working right, that was needed for icing conditions, according to the captain. So that's why they had to make an emergency landing. And then the damn slide deploys and slams into the flight attendant. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who is this?
Hi, this is Kathy.
Kathy, this is MJ and Froggy and Roxanne. Welcome to the program. Can I ask you why you?
Good morning, guys.
Yeah, good morning. Why are you calling in this morning?
I want those concert tickets, please.
Would you like to see Foreigner and Loverboy at the amphitheater?
Absolutely.
Well, Kathy, good news. You're caller 30 and you win.
Woo! Thank you very much.
Well, it is our
Guys.
pleasure. Well, Kathy, you like Foreigner, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
And Loverboy is going to open up special guest Loverboy. So yep, enjoy the concert July 9th at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew's going to get all the information and enjoy the show courtesy of the MJ Morning Show and Q105.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. Hold
Congrats.
on. Andrew, she's on line 3. And congratulations to Kathy. Now, I don't know what's going on in the Carter family. But, of course, Aaron Carter, he checked out. He died in his home. Nick Carter has been accused of stuff. And now we find out that Aaron Carter's sister, Bobby Jean's been busted on drug charges, allegedly had fentanyl. What's going on with this family?
Oh, no.
Nick Carter, of course, of Backstreet Boys fame.
He seems to be doing okay.
And he was accused of, right? He was accused of.
I think that was dropped, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I believe it was.
Can you look that up for me? I want to get the story straight.
Okay.
According to an arrest report obtained by TMZ, Bobby was arrested this past Saturday right here in the Tampa Bay area.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
They're always arrested.
Right up in Hernando County after allegedly stealing 6 Hobby Lobby items valued at over $55. The Hobby Lobby loss prevention team told the sheriff's deputies they observed her taking items off the shelves. I'll tell you what, you've hit rock bottom when you're ripping things off the shelves of Hobby Lobby and then you have fentanyl on you. That's got to be pretty rock bottom.
Yeah.
But what is going on with this family? Do you find any update on Nick Carter?
I guess it hasn't been settled yet.
What do you have? Read what you have.
Dream singer Melissa Schumann sues Nick Carter alleging sexual assault.
Yeah.
Melissa Schumann has moved to sue Nick Carter for alleged sexual assault and battery 5 years after Los Angeles County prosecutors declined to file charges.
So when sheriff's deputies up in Hernando took Bobby into the store's loss prevention office, they say she grabbed her purse in a panic and tossed blue powder containing she tossed a blue powder container under the desk. So they observed
Blue powder? What the hell is that?
I guess it was fentanyl. Yeah, deputies said they found the container, which had 1.3 grams of white powder, 0.8 grams of purple powder. A field test of the purple powder came back positive for fentanyl. Man, that's what you call rock bottom there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's a mess. Anything else before we get out of here today?
No.
I think it's been a very, very productive show here on the MJ broadcast. 9:43. Let's pack it in. We'll call it a day. We've got a Friday show tomorrow. End of the week within sight. And I am loaded and ready to go for tomorrow. So have a great day. If you need to get a hold of me, I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com. Give me a follow on Instagram. My personal private Instagram is at Certified MJ Radio. Follow the show at MJ Morning Show. Folks, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.
The Q105 app is your connection to all the big contests. Powered